talking loud in the nighttime air. Voices clash without a care. Opinions flare like they matter so. But who's right we'll never know. Microphones like weapons drawn. Swagger in the twilight dawn. Each word iron, each thought steel. To be heard is the final deal. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one sways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. Truths clash like broken dreams. Voice to voice, let it scream. What's real in this foggy light? Bow hard till the morning light. Feel the hunger of the crowd. Anxious to erupt so loud. Unity in discord side. Witness as their worlds collide. Howling up and in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one's ways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. Truths clash like broken dreams. Raise your voice, let it scream. What's real in this foggy light? Battle hard till the morning light. Feel the hunger of the crowd. Anxious to erupt so loud. Unity in discord's tide. Witness as their worlds collide. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one's ways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. We say. We say. We say. We say. We say.
Y'all need Jesus.
Yes, my mother kissed with my fucking temples.
You're welcome.
Woo! Yes. Hey. Oh, we're doing this. Okay.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome.
Wow.
We're offended. You're offended.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the place he just said. I'm Kim. This is Tyler, and our returning guest, Political Shankfest. Hope everybody has had a fantastic day so far. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. Don't forget to hit the little subscribe button down below. And thank you for clicking on the little button to come sit with us and listen to the craziness going on in the world today.
So we're gonna go over. We're not gonna break down. What is this? Nearly 3 hours of testimony for the Anthony Fauci Senate hearing. We'll just go over some of the highlights of it. Give you a little smorgasbord. Smorgasbord? Is it a smorgasbord or smorgasbord? I assume it's smorgasbord, but we'll go over that. And I've tried to stay out of it. Not really stay out of it. I've been making fun of Candace Owens for a couple of years now, but now it's really coming to a head. So yeah, we'll go over her latest big claim that blows up the entire Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk case. The smoking gun that the government doesn't want you to know about. More at 9:30.
It's
or
a
whatever.
smorgasbord.
Board? Okay.
Board.
And some other stuff. But before we do, Mr. Shank, aka Political Skank Fest.
Nice.
Oh, he's broken. He's broken. He's broken.
Shank, are you broken? So tell us about yourself, Shank.
Say nothing if you like boys. Really?
Oh no. It's like peace.
All right. Well, while he figures himself out.
We'll be back in like 5 seconds.
How can we dash when our earth is turning?
They don't produce anything. They don't do anything.
How do we sleep when our beds are burning? How can we dance when our earth is turning?
Yes. All right. Well, I know he's figuring out some stuff, internet, that stuff happens. So we persevere. We continue on. So yeah, this was obviously, as I stated on the outset. I'll do some clarifying before we get into the video as to see why this, like what happened is so effing problematic. Not to use like a leftist word, but I'm going to use a leftist word. It's very problematic.
I don't think that's the leftist word. I think if you were to say triggered would be the leftist word.
It is kind of triggering. I was a little triggered. So you'll hear a lot of, and I think the quote is, let me make sure I get this correct. The quote that you will hear the most is, under the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution. Okay? You'll hear that a lot.
And to anybody who's got enough booze,
I do not condone the consumption of alcohol to the point of inebriacy, but you know what? Have a couple. I am not responsible for anything you say or do while in said state. If you are driving, please pull over, then drink. Please. All right. I guess we'll just start right here because it's something really interesting right on the outset. So okay. I'll say this. So why I brought up the whole thing about the Fifth Amendment, because as I said, that's basically what Fauci is going to say. And why is that problematic? So according to U.S. law, when someone gets a full presidential pardon, they cannot be found responsible for any of the crimes that potentially could have taken place, and it's confined. The Biden pardon is confined between 2014 and 2025. Okay?
no. It also goes to anything in future.
No, it does not. No, it does not. No, it does not. No. So legal controversy surrounds the validity of this plea, invoking the Fifth, because an accepted presidential pardon typically removes the risk of self-incrimination for covered past offenses, potentially nullifying Fifth Amendment protections for those specific acts. I'll get to what you're saying is how you kind of phrased it could be a little weird. Critics and Senator Rand Paul argue that there is legal justification for the plea regarding pardoned conduct, while legal experts note the issue remains largely untested in courts. Fauci invoked, it was actually 111 times is the number I'm seeing. I don't know. I was just listening.
If we were to watch, so literally what it sounds like is every single word out of his mouth was, I plead the Fifth.
Basically, yeah, confined, yeah. So the Biden pardon covers federal conduct from 2014 to 2025, but explicitly excludes false statements made during the current congressional testimony. So any testimony that he made during the congressional hearing, as far as I understand, he wouldn't be found charged. It's basically, hey, what the happened here? That's basically it. That's what they're trying to find out. What happened? You won't be charged for it. So Senator Rand Paul, of course, yeah, he got contempt charges by the end of it. Chef's kiss, pièce de résistance. Save the best for last, Mr. Rand Paul. Thank you very much. So the only thing that could in the future be is because of the controversy around the auto pen that Biden didn't actually sign it. Something else signed for him in his place, which
Well,
you can't do.
Well, I mean, I had heard that. Okay, so it's not that if he were to go out and commit SA or something like that, that he's going to be pardoned for everything that he ever does in future. No, it's only in something, if something comes up in the future pertaining to the whole COVID thing and stuff like that, that even in the future, if something new comes up, he's pardoned from it if it transpired within that certain time frame.
Potentially. If he lied, though, he's not protected. So if he's lying, that's a big problem. And there's, well, you know what? I don't want to bury the lead, but yeah. Despite having received a preemptive pardon from former President Joe Biden, Fauci stated he was acting on legal advice to avoid the risk of perjury charges, arguing that the pardon does not protect him from prosecution for lying under oath. So he might lie, which is why he's like, hey, man, I'll just take the contempt charges and maybe actually something will happen. But
my dog stepped on a bee.
Now that we kind of got the groundwork and you know, a better understanding of why this is so problematic, we'll start here.
Do you hold on? Do you by any chance have a clip with the senator, what he said to him?
Which one? This is a Senate hearing.
I'll figure it out. He's a brunette guy.
About this guy?
Can you start it over? It was muted.
That is the hearing.
It's muted.
I unmuted it. It's muted. We're good now.
Oh, I don't care about that. I'm trying to find the spots. Look at that ray of sunshine. Oh
my God.
It's like peering into my soul. Eyes, daggers, just
horrifying. Like I feel like she's cursing me through the TV screen.
Yeah, a real head turner
That we should be having today.
Real head turner.
Unfortunately, I fear the intent of this hearing is only meant to further
National Institute of Allergy and operate. The reason it hasn't been accessed is no Democrat ever signed up for it.
Can you pause for a second? Sorry. Shank, are you there now?
I can, but it seems like I'm getting this recursive loop on my end. It keeps, like, I hear 10 seconds of audio and then I hear it again.
Weird.
Yeah, now I'm hearing myself as well.
Fun. Well, you're trying to figure that out and we're starting to play this video here. Do you want to quickly tell everybody who you are before we lose you again?
Yeah, I'm Political Shankfest. I'm a new content creator. I do mostly actually work on my car, DIY projects, stuff like that, but I've been getting into the political spaces. You can find me at Political Shankfest at X or on YouTube. And I'm excited to be here. Looking to have some fun watching Fauci say the same thing over and over again for the rest of the day.
Yes. And just so everybody knows, the places that you did mention are listed in the description box below as well. And Tyler, you were muted, you dumbass.
I know. I was saying initially I heard it was 121, but the number everyone seemed to settle on was 111. I don't know. Like I said, I was just listening. I wasn't actually like keeping track of any of this stuff. It was more just like counting the smackdowns.
I really tried to listen to it, and I just got really bored because it was nothing but Republicans like wagging fingers and then getting the same response for 3 hours straight. I was like,
oh, but some of those finger wagons were good. Some of them were really
They wag that finger so hard. These people are all geriatric. They might have hurt themselves wagging their fingers that hard.
I don't know. Josh Hawley's pretty young.
They might have.
Was it Bernie Morano? But
how old are they? 65?
No, they're in like
they're only in their
30s,
40s. 30s, 40s. That's unheard of.
Let's see. Josh Hawley. Just quick little. He is 46. He looks damn good for 46.
46 is way younger than I expected anyone to be in the Senate. I will say that for sure.
Yeah, no, they're pretty young. But so, okay, I want to.
Right, we told them the
this is the one time, Anthony. This is the one time Anthony Fauci actually answers the question.
They haven't been on the website because they have not cared about the investigation. It's a practice of this committee to swear in the witness. Dr. Fauci, please stand and raise your right hand.
Yep.
Do you swear that the testimony you will give before this committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
No.
So help you God.
Actually, I'm a Jew. We swear on the
Dr. Anthony
Torah.
Fauci, you are recognized for 5 minutes for your opening statement.
Member Peters, members of the committee, I served at the NIH for over 54 years, 38 of those
Yeah,
as
cool
director
story.
of
Don't
the
care.
National.
Wuhan. And so we'd like to know what was the rationale, what was the discussion, how, what went behind the decision to fund the research in Wuhan? How did you come to the conclusion that a totalitarian country would be capable of doing this in a BSL-2 lab, a lab that lacked the security? What was the reasoning? And are you sorry, basically, for making the decision? Would you, given another chance, say, well, gosh, circumstances now, as I know it, maybe it wasn't a wise thing. Can you explain to the committee why you chose to fund this dangerous research in China?
So before he answers, remember, he has a pardon. Basically, at least for now, this could set up things in the future. But as it sits right now, they're just like, what happened? What actually happened? Give us the dope so that in the future, maybe we can prevent something like this from happening.
Well, not
Why
only
would
that,
he want to do that?
as you
Why
said,
would he-
sorry to cut you off there, but as you said, he has a pardon. He could literally say, I killed somebody and injected them with the COVID vaccine, and then it got out, or not the COVID vaccine, COVID, and it got out. Oopsie, he's pardoned. Sorry, continue, Shankfist.
Well, it's like, why would he want to prevent this from happening again? He got rich off of doing it. He got political clout. He got fame. He got fortune. Why would he try and prevent this from happening again? Like, there is no reason why he should cooperate. There's nothing that's going to help him. And
Right.
he's already running off that BS pardon. And it's like, what, you expect the Democrats to play fair? You expect a left-winger to follow the law or to use the law in a fair manner or to do anything really rational or morally good?
Unfortunately,
He
no.
instituted the 6-foot rule, the COVID vaccines, the mandatory vaccines, you can eat outside in a tent, but you can't eat inside of a restaurant. Like, all of these god-awful rules, and you expect him to behave like a good person? Like, come on.
Maybe, just maybe. You kind of hold out hope.
Yeah.
No, I
maybe-
gave up on hope like 10 years ago.
So-
Right around COVID, actually. COVID's when I gave up hope.
I was going to say I gave up hope during COVID, which was like 6 years ago, but yeah.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth
Let's
Amendment
drink.
of the Constitution.
Drink.
Drink.
In
Hold
the red
on,
folder
I
on
don't
your
got a lot
table
left, so
is a
it's gonna
copy
end
of
quick.
Section 192 of Title II of the U.S. Code. Your counsel has been provided a copy as well. That section makes it a crime for a witness appearing under subpoena to refuse to answer any questions pertinent to the question under inquiry. Do you have that in front of you?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under
Answer.
the Fifth
You
Amendment. of the
can't even
Constitution.
answer if you
Let the
have
record
something in front
record
of
that
you, you
the-
dildo.
Witness
hey,
refused to
have to
answer
drink.
whether there's a folder in front of him based on his Fifth Amendment right. It is true that you're appearing under direction of our subpoena to provide testimony on matters under consideration by the committee, including the origins of COVID-19 that the
Okay,
codons
so-
used out of 36 different possibilities turned out to be the one that was commonly used in gene manipulation, the other side of
So
conspiracy.
where?
And then in the end, you had to
Oh,
admit
look
you've
at that
never been
smart-
there.
that
None of your
smug
inspectors had
little
ever been there.
freaking nose
Dr.
scratch
Fauci,
like,
at any of the lab, this was
Oh,
other
that irritated
scientists,
me.
over 200 scientists.
drink your water,
via the
choke on it.
CRISPR.
I'm trying to find Rand Paul actually boots one of Fauci's lawyers because he kept interjecting. Oh, it must have been here.
Recognize, sir.
People
Sir,
sitting
you
on the
are
ground.
not.
Under the
Yeah,
Fifth
there we go,
Amendment
there we
to
go.
the Constitution.
Trust me, I'm sparing your liver by
The chairman has
powering through
denied
this.
your assertion of privilege and directed you to answer.
Coward.
but you nonetheless refuse and stand on privilege despite the existence of the pardon. The committee will have to consider after this hearing what appropriate action should be taken against you for the failure to testify after being directed.
Hey, there's Laura
to do
Ingram
so. It's
looking
against the
at
law
like a
to
fucking
obstruct an
mannequin.
investigation of Congress. There will
I'd
be
rather that than
repercussions to your refusal to
crazy angry
testify
girl.
today. Senator Peters. You're not recognized. You're not recognized. If you are unruly, you will be removed from the proceeding. You are not recognized, and you are not recognized, sir. Sir, you are not recognized. You are not recognized. Security,
I don't even hear anyone saying anything.
we'll hold off.
Good.
Because the
Good.
microphone,
Wasn't recognized.
Fauci's microphone is muted. The lawyer for Fauci kept interjecting into the proceeding. So Rand Paul is saying, you aren't recognized to speak here. You are simply counsel. Now you shut up, okay? The adults are talking, okay? Or maybe the adults and the child. And the child.
The adults are trying to
Fauci.
scold the child here.
So he's like, just silencio. Okay, silence is the better part of virtue, right? Is that how
Have
it
you
goes?
ever heard of a lawyer to shut up?
I know. Well, it gets good.
You will respect these proceedings. You were told not to sit at the table. You insist on sitting at the table, and we told you
I'm
you
not
would
at
be
sitting at the table.
recognized. You are not invited here for testimony, sir. You are being disruptive. Would you behave this way in a courtroom? No, because the judge would put you in jail.
Yes.
I can't do that today, but I can have you escorted from the premises.
don't doubt
So
it
I would
either.
say, sir, sit quietly and don't say another word. I said, sit quietly. You are not recognized. Another word and you're gone.
Very well.
Another word, and we will write a strongly worded letter condemning the fact
Mr.
that
Chairman,
you
I'd
are
like to
doing
hear,
something that we
what
called
the
illegal like
attorney has
6
to say.
separate times.
Is
We're
not
going to write a
recognized by
strongly
the
worded
committee
letter.
or the chair. If he speaks again, he will be removed from the room. This
That's like the fourth
testimony
time
is
he's threatened
from
to do it.
Anthony Fauci. This is not a game with his lawyers. He can advise, his lawyers can give him advice. He's got a half dozen here. They're all allowed to talk to him.
Yes.
All right? But the attorneys are not recognized. In fact, the attorney was told not to sit at the table, and he's not obeying that recommendation. There's a row behind you, sir.
biatch.
That's where you were told to sit, and you're not. And now you're disrupting the proceedings. And so, look, this is the way Anthony Fauci wants to be remembered, for a lawyer not listening to the rules. That's the way you
This
want to be
is
remembered.
entirely
He
on
That's what
didn't
you're
listen to
gonna
the
do.
rules.
You are not recognized, sir.
This is entirely on purpose.
Security,
too.
please remove
He's
him from the
hoping
room.
to get removed.
I
You
like
know
how he
what all
just
the
keeps
Democrat headlines
talking.
are going to say tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know what every single one of them is going to say? Evil Nazi Republicans remove Dr. Fauci's lawyers, making
Yeah.
him testify alone.
Well, do you? Even
And then
see
they'll have it a little
Fauci's face?
asterisk at the very bottom of the news page. He also had 6 other lawyers in the back.
Yeah, that'll be on the back page.
Yeah.
Correction. Well, the thing, did you even
Okay,
see
the Democrats
Fauci's-
don't care.
Did you even see Fauci's face? Like he had like this little smirk on his face, like it worked.
He looks exactly like the type of freaking
It's a
fictional
rat.
villain you would expect.
Right?
Someone that would release a freaking virus into the world. He's like,
Like Kark Marnie.
I'm just
Damn
gonna apply. I'm gonna plead the fifth to literally everything that is said to me entirely. Which I mean, you have to hand it to them. These liberals are so committed to being comic book villains. Like I can't imagine any right winger. Like imagine Trump trying to plead the fifth to something at all.
Right? It would not
Oh,
even
that's being brought
happen.
up. No, that's actually being brought up. Look, in Trump's civil case, he pleaded the fifth 440 times. Like, that's very. Do you? You know,
Did he plead the
liberals-
fifth to what tie is he wearing?
Maybe.
No, he just like, if the evidence has that, leave it at that. But it's like, oh, you know, Trump pleaded the fifth 440 times. Yeah, he didn't have a presidential pardon where he could talk about things that were potentially illegal.
Yeah,
Right. 100%.
like the color of his tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the floor.
This
Yeah,
freaking
or
guy,
more.
like, would be like, can you please look on the page in front of you? And does it say
Oh,
Anthony
here we go.
Fauci? And then it'll be like, I plead the fifth. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Alright.
watched like
Whatever.
5 minutes of that and I just gave up on the whole thing. I was like, there's nothing here to watch.
Oh, it's
Okay,
so
so
good
do I have
watching
to
this
drink
guy.
every time we say plead the fifth? Because
No.
No,
Oh
when
my
we say
God.
plead the fifth, we
Thursday.
each take a shot. So when we say we take a shot, when he says,
No.
yeah.
Oh,
No.
shize.
There's no drinking when any of us say plead the fifth, because if any of us say we're pleading the fifth, you're gonna die, and I will have to plead the fifth, even though we don't have the Fifth Amendment in Canada. Listen
Well,
to this,
this
psycho
right
broad.
here, this is juice, I guess. Then
to entrap you. It must be very frustrating.
It's under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Oh, drink. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I just had a drink.
Thank you.
Senator
Dr.
Hassan.
I want to start by thanking you for more than 50 years
Oh, wait,
of
wait,
service to this
Hassan?
country.
One
at
thing
the
I forgot to
National
complain
Institutes
about.
of Health.
I forgot to bitch
And
and
it
moan
is
about already.
unfortunate that you
Is
have been put in the position
Paul
that you
taking
are
his
in
sweet
today.
time kicking that lawyer
And
out.
it must
He
be
is worse than a freaking,
frustrating
like the
to
most
know that this
permissive parent
hearing
you
is
see at the
designed
playground, like
to
that
intrude.
terrible mom that lets their kid get
It
away
must
with
be very
anything. You
Yes.
need to put that away. If you don't put that away, I'm going to take it from you. If you need to put that away now, okay? It's time to put that away. Stop trying to hit people with the stick. I'm going to take the stick from you. If you need to put the stick down, honey, okay? We don't hit people. It's like, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Take the stick away from him and beat him with it.
Exactly. It's like, how many warnings did that guy get? Like 20 in the first 20 minutes?
Right?
It's
100%.
ridiculous.
So listen
Sorry,
to
I
this.
forgot to rant about that.
Oh no,
Right.
that's fine.
Back her up a bit.
Frustrating for your attorneys to hear the chair's mischaracterization of the legal issues and posture that impact your decisions at the witness table today. Meanwhile, I was going to ask you a series of questions about
No, I plead the
things
fifth.
that are relevant right now to the people of the United States about the state of public health in this country. Since President Trump took office in 2025, more than 4,500 cases of measles have been reported. That is more cases in the year and a half since Donald Trump has been president than were reported from 2000 to 2024 combined.
You know why? Pause. Because people are too scared to take the vaccine after the BS that they did. Nobody wants to take a vaccine
mention-
anymore.
Not to mention everything was labeled COVID.
Yeah.
The flu. Remember how we had like somehow 4 years of zero flu cases, but somehow we had like millions of COVID cases at the same time?
Right? The flu
And
just
the number
disappeared.
shifted
It's
by
so
almost
weird.
the exact number of flu cases. Like flu cases dropped by like 90% and COVID cases rose by like the exact same number.
Yeah. That actually defeated the flu. COVID beat
Yeah.
the flu. Like we've been
We
trying to
exterminated
stop
the
that.
flu.
Thank you,
Yeah.
COVID. We should actually be thanking COVID for that.
Yeah.
I will thank him for one thing. I haven't taken a shot since.
Well, and this was the thing. Like I'm not some like, woo woo whatever.
You're wearing a Trump hat. You're obviously a Nazi fascist, misogynistic, white supremacist.
Guilty as charged.
Obviously.
What else is there? Like,
There's
what else can we throw in the PDF? You were probably on Epstein's Island. Are you in the Epstein files? Do we need to check on you?
Yeah, I'm on
He is.
not only am I in the Epstein files, I authored them.
Yeah, you were inside Epstein.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, in the
Like
Epstein files, you
actually
were inside Epstein.
Epstein.
Yeah, I like
Exactly.
like I became him.
No, you came in him.
I mean, potato at some point. But
Your DNA is deep inside the Epstein files.
But I very much, Kim, I totally agree. Look at the response, and this is the thing that I said. Look at the response to it, because it was trust the science. I am the science. Blah 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 blah. Like that was it. So you couldn't ask questions. And so when people were going, okay, so what should I do? Oh, you should wear a mask. You shouldn't wear a mask. Oh, you should wear a mask. You should wear 2 masks. Oh, you should wear 6 feet social distancing. Oh, if you don't, we should actually throw you in prison. Actually, prison's too good for you. We should throw you into the forest and let you just figure it out yourself, fucking plague rat. Like, it was like a
I got
total
you.
whatever. So the response is going to nice. Exactly. So it's like the response, it makes total. I get it. I don't agree with it. I think it was bad, but I get it. I get why people are going. As you said, Shank, I'm not going. Screw that. Screw that. It destroyed people's trust in these institutions. It's very easy to break someone's trust. It's very hard. It took decades to build the trust that the scientific method, that science would be trying to seek the truth. No, it was weaponized.
I don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
know how anybody believed anything that came out of his mouth after he told people that they could get AIDS from sitting on a toilet seat or eating a box of cereal.
Box of
Like-
cereal, yeah.
How does anybody even believe the shite coming out of his mouth after that? And yet
There's
people
so many
did.
things. Yeah. I mean, I never liked any of it. I was always against the lockdowns and all
Tiny.
that. I was in college when the lockdowns happened, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is awesome. Lockdowns. I get an extended spring break. And then everything went to crap, and I was like, this is bull crap. I read up on all the data immediately. It's like 99.996% survival rate unless you're like morbidly obese, a pack a day smoker, an alcoholic, and diabetic at the same time, and over the age of
Shit.
70.
Oh, whew, I got one for me. Huh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
70.
die.
Yes! I'm gonna live.
So basically, like this, what the fuck did I do? Hey, what's going on, Tiny? Thanks for showing up. So I want to let this play. I'm not going to let all the Democrats play. It's just this will give you an understanding. The Dems used it to grandstand and you're a hero, glaze them. They might as well been on their knees dropping trow.
Not just that. They're also deflecting from everything. They're talking about literally anything other than
Yes.
the topic, which is
Yeah.
always their strategy. Deflect, deny, and
dip
you know,
and
make
dodge.
fabricate. Yeah.
You need to let after this, you need to let
That's sexist.
there's one guy that if you can't find him on the thing, I'll play him. But it's
Is it Morano?
I don't know who it is. It's this guy.
Yeah. Oh, we'll
Okay.
get there. Right? That
Oh,
is- yeah.
excellent. He is
Oh.
fantastic.
Oh, just wait. His closing statement. Oh, my
I
God.
know.
I had like my anti-authoritarian boner or like almost blew out of my pants.
I know, right?
Children are
I creamed
dying
a little.
because there has been increased vaccine hesitancy fueled by Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the Secretary of Health and Human Services, and frankly,
RFK.
his entire administration.
RFK.
Thousands of people in the United States of America have been sickened by a foodborne parasite,
Out of
and the
Mexico.
outbreak is nowhere near under control.
Mexico.
Yeah, out of
as staffing
Mexico.
at the FDA and other critical public
Sounds
health
like something you
entities
face with a
has
closed
been
border.
slashed by Russell Vogt and Elon Musk.
Thank you, Senator.
Last
That I
year, the
don't have to
National
ask any
Institutes of Health
questions.
Awarded
I want her to ask him a question and him to
201
plead the
fewer
fifth.
grants
I don't think he look like
compared
her.
to the
He sounds
previous
like one
years.
too.
207, I am corrected.
Shank, it's
compared
funny
to
you say
previous
that.
years.
A Democrat glazes
As
him,
those
and then they
grants
ask
were
a question
either
of like,
canceled
"Hey,
or
would you
delays,
like to
especially
like,
at the beginning of the
you
Trump
know,
administration, I can
just
tell
like
you,
something innocuous,
tell
like,
my
hey, tell the
colleagues
American
what the
people you did
impact
something
was
great." And he's
on
like,
people
"I
in New
plead the
Hampshire,
fifth."
on scientists in New
Oh,
Hampshire.
no
on
way. Does he
clinical
really?
trials in
Does he
New
literally
Hampshire,
say
where
anything
people's
other than I
cancer
plead the
treatment
fifth
was
this entire time?
interrupted
No, he
because
doesn't know
Elon
how
Musk
to. That's
and
the
Russell
his
Vogt know better,
entire
You'll-
He also
vocabulary.
doesn't know how to run a freaking
they
CDC or a
say,
pandemic.
than the
but
people
we
at
let
Oh,
him
and
do
yet
it.
NIH
People listen to
about
this
what
dildo.
performed. And
I don't
because
get
of
it.
People
the
listened to what they
report
wanted to
earlier
listen to. They
in this
already
specific
had made up their
plan,
minds.
So he
Right,
wasn't the
and
head of
we're
CDC, and this is a
studying
misconception
rural
that keeps getting
in
like
New Hampshire.
that keeps getting pushed. He was the head of the NIH. The CDC was something different. So
I
keep saying that it was-
agree. Fauci is literal shit stain of society. Yes.
And trying to understand how to better
fail to see
engage
the distinction
people
between
in
any
healthcare
alphabet
in
agency.
rural America, that was off the table.
I don't know. All right. Anyways, okay. Yeah. All she does is blah blah blah. Look at Fauci's a hero. Fauci saved the world from a catastrophe. I think
So-
Oh.
All I'm
Oh.
hearing is blah blah blah. I'm a dirty whore. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, my tweet in response to this is, who is this Senator Hassan? Isn't this supposed to be an inquiry? That broad should shut up and make a sandwich.
No, well,
Get in the
if she
kitchen and
makes
make
a
me
sandwich,
some
she
pasta.
can't take that sandwich within 6 feet of Fauci.
Oh, who's this?
Met in their cars.
No, that guy was boring. That guy was boring.
Oh
Blumenthal.
my god, he reminds me.
There.
Oh,
This dude, why does he look like someone famous?
he looks
It
like,
looks like a Batman banker.
Yeah, he kind of looks like an old who is the actor that played Bruce Wayne's butler? He looks like him with like the Crypt Keeper like pulling at his coattails.
or like a really skinny Hellboy. I don't know. He's
Look
got
at the
kind
guy in
of
glasses behind him. Ted
look
Bundy.
at bag
2.0.
girl. Oh my god, look at those bags. Oh,
Oh
that
my
poor girl.
Oh my
god.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, see, he
Yeah.
does. Yes, definitely has like that guy. I know that guy, but why? Where? Like, did
He's
you
my
bury
best.
bodies, or like, do you wear them
Go
as a
watch The
skin
Dark
suit?
Knight again. I guarantee he's going to show up as one of like the famous bankers or something in it.
He's Two-Face. That's Two-Face.
There you go.
Just his whole face is the part that got all melted. Those bags are bad. Jesus.
They're just one-
So bad. So bad.
That is the
Oh.
look of someone that spent too much time watching the Epstein files.
Right?
Oh my
God, I hate Fauci.
I zoom in. Oh, I wish I could zoom in on that. Faces or those bags are fucking. You
The
could
bags are
end.
bigger than her eyeballs, actually.
Yeah. You could actually end the whole like single-use plastic bags with the bags under your eyes.
I could use this as a pillow.
Wild.
Who needs a pillow? I got her bags.
All right. I don't know if I want to play this. but-
rolls too.
I don't know. Just do
Why?
it.
Her hair says 30 and the rest of her says 60.
A little bit.
She
Little
brought
bit.
bags plus carry-on luggage under her eyes.
Fact.
It's so good.
Oh my
Let's
God.
see. Oh, so my tweet in response to this guy, if we want to, we can listen to this Blumenthal douche called Fauci a hero. If what Fauci pushed was, hold on, I was speaking. Oh, and was operating under the evidence found. Why stay quiet? This dude is retarded. So that's in response to Blumenthal. Do you want to listen to this dude glaze all over? Or do you want to get to like the actual good stuff?
I mean, personally, I want to hear the goods. I want to hear people
Yeah.
telling
All right.
Fauci off.
I'm starting
I
to
don't
sober up. I
want
need some pleadings.
All right.
Right.
Oh, here we go. Senator Scott. This is Senator Scott.
Squatty.
Hero.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're a bit.
Oh, Rick Scott is based as F.
Oh,
I love
Florida?
Rick Scott.
Oh, okay.
From
I
Florida.
love this
Of
guy.
course
Look at
he
this.
is.
Yeah.
What is the shit?
You made yourself the story and
All right.
abandoned the American
Get ready.
people to serve your own ego. To begin, I'd like to talk about your relationship with David Moranis. He was the senior advisor in the NIAID,
I'm
Office of the
pre-gaming. I'm
Director,
just-
your office
I'm
for
banking
16 years. He was your friend. He was a frequent
confidant?
guest at your house. You reportedly co-authored over 50 scientific articles with him. You turned to him
Damn,
first
with
right
wine?
after COVID-19 first
Do they
occurred.
massage each other?
Earlier this year, the Department of Justice charged
bathe
him
together,
with
too.
conspiracy against the United States, in addition to other charges as part of a conspiracy to conceal information and falsify records to suppress
I
alternative
Can we
theories
pause for
about
a
the
second?
origins of COVID-19.
I can't stand the whole
What?
like you can tell
The
he's
whole-
just so bored with these freaking questions.
Nah. Get out of here with that. What are you, like some like body language expert? No.
Yes, I
he-
watch a lot of true crime. This is BS.
He's
Now,
he's
you
a Jew. He's too good for all these goy hearings and
Mhm.
goy debates.
It's true.
He
Yeah.
kicked this
Like
man to the
why am
curb,
I subjecting
saying,
myself to this
Dr.
goyism?
Moranis was
Yeah.
not an advisor to me on institute policy or other substantive issues. So let's start with the use of personal Gmail accounts and Dave Moran's relationship with Peter Daszak.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Questions
Personal
out of
email
personal Gmail accounts. Okay.
Dave Moran tells Peter Daszak, president of Equal Alliance, and you've got this in front of you. It's Exhibit 1. And it's already in the record as part of this. It says, quote, P.S. I forgot to say that there is no worry about FOIA. I can either send stuff to Tony on his private Gmail or hand it to him at work or as house. He is too smart to let colleagues send him stuff that could cause trouble. Dr. Fauci, did Dr. Moran's relationship with Peter Daszak concern you? Yes or no?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights
Drink.
under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Did Dave Moran's ever bring documents to your house?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully
Drink.
decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Do you ever receive a text about your work at NIAID to your personal cell phone?
On the advice of counsel, I
Drink.
respectfully
Stop!
decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Did
I
any
take it
text
back. That's
about
too
your work
much.
at NID
Oh, you
that went to
fucking
your
wanted
personal
it.
cell phone ever become
I
part of
know.
federal records?
He looks like a rat.
I plead the
On
fifth.
the advice of counsel, I
Drink.
respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Did you maintain a personal email account while serving as director?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully
Drink.
decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Did you ever receive work-related communications on that Gmail account from David Moran's?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully
God.
decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Did you preserve
Are you
any
just drinking
work-related
Crown out of the
communications
bottle?
on that Gmail account from David Moran's?
On the advice of counsel, I
Drink.
respectfully decline to
God
answer
damn it.
based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Did David Moran's ever provide you with
Getting
documents
gassy.
outside of those two
I'd
ways that
cuddle a
would
rat, not a
violate
Fauci.
NIH
Me
policy
too.
for
Me
FOIA
too.
compliance?
On the advice of counsel, I
Drink.
respectfully decline to
Bro,
answer
can I
based
get a
upon my
mix?
rights
Fucking
under the
chaser
Fifth
somewhere.
Amendment to the Constitution.
Now let's look at two other communications. You emailed Dave Moran's on January
please.
26, 2020, quote, "It is important that I speak with you tonight. Please call me at home." This is the part of Exhibit 2 that you have in front of you. This email is sent the same day, the exact same day you write in an internal document, quote,
I got European
"Now
blood.
we know the market was not the source, it was the amplifier," unquote.
JT?
Would you call the origins of COVID-19 a substantive issue?
On the advice of
Drink.
counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Did you
Okay, I'll give us a break, okay?
Holy shiza. This is insane. Like,
I picked the wrong drink to do this with, man. I'm getting so gassy with all this carbonation. I'm just like chugging ginger beer at this point.
ginger beer? Oh, hell
Well,
no.
it's a Moscow Mule.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
They're a little more carbonated than your regular soda.
Rick Scott is actually asking. I'm like I said, I'll give you guys a break, okay? Your liver will thank me. He's
my
asking
liver doesn't
very,
speak anymore.
very actually really good questions. So he says, "Is it true you had a personal Gmail account that business or official documents were being sent to?"
I'll pay the
Obviously,
fifth.
hi. Were you having conversations? No, don't drink, please. Were you having conversations outside of blah 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 blah? And this
I'll
is the
plead
big
fifth.
one, because remember the whole wet market thing that suddenly Destiny, that
That's
little
gross.
gremlin, little freak. Now he is like, well, everyone knows that it came from the wet market. It's like no one did. Remember when Jon Stewart was on Stephen Colbert and he's like, the thought of like a turtle mated with a pangolin and a bat that came from 1,000
God,
miles.
yeah.
Like no one believed it. He's like, no one believed that. No
No one did.
believes
Well,
that.
they don't. It's not about what they actually believe, because liberals don't operate on what they believe. They operate on what will get them to win. They will willingly lie to your face. They'll lie to themselves, their spouses, their children, their neighbors, their friends, their enemies. They will lie to anyone to achieve. It is entirely an ends justify the means political
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
And so You could see this in the early days of COVID. Like you heard like the early speculations, which no one even talks about anymore because of, it's like survivorship bias of ideas. In the early days of the COVID freak out everyone was having, there were videos from China of people walking around and then just dropping dead on the street. Like they were just walking and then they lay down and die. That's it. That was the early COVID fear mongering. And that didn't stick because that was too unbelievably. And then it was, it happened
The
in
body bags. You remember the body?
Yeah.
There were like photo shoots of people in body bags that looked at all these dead bodies, and people were moving. They were moving in the body. That's
Inside
not how
bag.
dead. No, those aren't zombies. Okay, I've watched enough zombie flicks to know. Okay, bodies don't move when dead.
So this was a huge, it was a flailing campaign of throw everything at the wall and see what sticks and run with what sticks. So they tried a dozen things on how to get this freaking COVID crap to stick to the wall. And finally they landed on, the meat market, bat soup. And boom, they come flying out. Now all of a sudden everyone always knew it was bat soup.
JT, where do you find this shit?
Five, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my God, it's Fauci.
Wait, do we have to drink on that?
No.
I think we need to say.
Fifth.
I got your sentence reduced to a month.
Oh my God. See, but if Fauci was black, he'd actually look cool. He just looks like a
That was
rat.
still more words than Fauci has said.
And I remember the whole body bag and people moving in the background and stuff like that. Not even to
Remember,
mention,
dude was smoking. Remember, there was a body bag that was. He had a cigarette. He took the top of the body bag off and was smoking.
Oh my God, yeah.
okay, I don't
There was
remember
so
that
many.
one. But I do remember that freaking website that they had that I was like glued to in the beginning. And you're like, Kim, you need to chill the fuck out because this is, you're losing it a bit, which I totally was. And then like every day I was marking down how many deaths, how many in Canada, how many in the United States. Like I was going crazy with the whole freaking thing, this whole website, until finally he told me to chill out. So and I did, thankfully. And then I was like, all right, I'm over it.
Yeah, those people like this is the other thing that people have completely forgotten about just overnight is remember back in like 2015, 2012, the Reddit space was dominated by people saying crap like we need a plague.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of these people. We need a plague.
I don't. Ooh, I
You don't remember that? That was
no, I wasn't big into
pervasive,
Reddit.
especially on places like Reddit. Like it was mostly, I think, a Reddit and a Tumblr thing, if I remember right.
Yeah, it was all like
But everyone was-
nihilist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it was we need to get rid of these useless people, have a plague, get rid of the, whatever your political enemies. The idea was they were too dumb to survive a plague. And I remember when it first kicked off, the first like couple of weeks, it was like, we're finally getting our plague. Everyone was pumped about it. And I was basically pumped the entire time. I was like, I read that I had a 99.999996 survival rate. I was like, I'm not worried about this. Give me the plague. I want the plague.
yeah.
Get rid of these old people that are morbidly obese, diabetic, have 3 strokes already, and are just mooching off the system with Medicaid.
Shane, why do you hate me? I'm just kidding. I haven't.
I said over 70 again.
So
Yeah,
like,
How
look
many
at
strokes
this.
have you had?
Remember, look
0.
Look at that. So here it is. This is from Statista. What happened in 21 to 22? 6,300. Why is that so different from 2020 to 2023? Huh.
Yeah, I wonder if there was something else taking
Because
up
the
that
flu
number.
disappeared. There was no flu. There was
Weird.
no car crashes. There was no murder. There was no ending oneself. There was nothing. None of that existed. The only thing that existed was COVID.
Yeah.
Remember, there was a guy on a motorcycle, and he died from the motorcycle crash, and they claimed that as a
Died from
COVID death.
COVID.
Oh, my mom works at a hospital, one of the big hospitals in Colorado, and she would literally come home every day from work and tell me about COVID deaths that were like, dude was lit on fire, dude was shot by police, dude shot someone else. It's like
COVID death.
So
COVID death causing death. COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, for like those 2 years, you like none of like the stats or anything you can look up. It's
No.
all FUBAR. It's all FUBAR.
Yeah. You can't trust anything. And that's one of the
No.
biggest things that destroyed all the trust in the institutions. It wasn't just people blaming COVID for everything. It was every single source of data, every statistic. It was shown how easy it is to falsify all of this empirical, supposedly empirical, scientific vetted, peer-reviewed data. It's like, no, it's just someone throws numbers at it and a bunch of people that agree on something politically will decide what reality is. And it's like, no, because reality is reality. Just because you write it down on a piece of paper doesn't make it true.
So here, I'll share this and then we'll get back into Rick Scott destroying Fauci. So here it is. This is from Snopes. Okay. Was a fatal motorcycle crash listed among COVID deaths in Florida? Oh, it's now outdated. It's outdated. In 2020, July, Snopes reader began inquiring about a news report that a person killed in a motorcycle crash had been listed as COVID death. Florida among the states, blah, 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 blah. Where's the... you actually just aren't giving the... Just not. But here we go. A person who died in a motorcycle accident was added to Florida's COVID-19 death count, according to a state health official. Fox 35 News found this out after asking Orange County Health Officer Dr. Raul Pino whether 2 coronavirus victims who were in their 20s had any underlying conditions. One of his answers surprised us. The first one didn't have any. He died in a motorcycle accident. Dr. Pino was asked if the man's data was removed. I don't think so. I'll have to double check. We are...
My God.
So AI overview. Yes, a man who died in a motorcycle crash was initially listed as a COVID death in Orange County, Florida, back in 2020. But Snopes said, no, they said it was false at first. That was actually, I remember looking this story up. False.
Yeah.
And then it was, it's outdated.
That's the other thing they do. They change it later.
Yeah, 100%. And Jody, you're 100% right. Jody should be, Fauci should be charged with crimes against humanity. Absolutely. I've been drinking a lot because he says the fifth a lot. Okay?
Well,
you discussed COVID-19 origins with Demorance on this phone call.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to
Ay, Dios
answer based
mío.
upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Now let's take a closer look at the last time you testified before Congress. This is part of what you have in front of you is Exhibit 4, which is part of the record. In June 20.
Listen to this. This is damning. This right here. Ooh.
2024.
Wait. You haven't heard yet, though, Fauci's perfect legal defense. Did you not see the whole clip? You have to watch the whole thing.
Was not an advisor to me on institute policy or other substantive issues. Furthermore, his office is located in a different building from that of the NIAID director, unquote. Is that still your testimony today?
Oh, that's not that.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
So today, under oath, your testimony remains that Dr. Morans was not an advisor to you on institute policy or substantive matters.
On the advice of counsel, I
Holy
respectfully decline to answer
shit.
based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Drink.
Now, I've got Exhibit 5, which you have in front of you. On October 24, 2021, David
There
Morans
we go.
texted you to provide information about and advocate for the controversial EcoHealth Alliance grant. You thank him and tell him that you will check the information. Would you agree that this shows an advisory relationship between David Morans and yourself?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline
Damn,
to
he
answer
doesn't miss.
based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the
Bulletproof.
Constitution.
Do you agree that you two were discussing a substantive issue?
Dude's a genius. I don't know how anyone gets ever
On the
get
advice
past
of
it.
counsel,
You're
I
such
respectfully
a
decline to
rat
answer based
bastard
upon my
dildo.
rights under the Fifth
Literally.
Amendment to the Constitution.
If
Oh, God, he
documentary
did it
evidence-
again. I missed it. It's hard to keep up with how often he says it.
Like everything that comes out of his mouth is, I plead the fifth.
Literally.
It literally is.
Yes.
I
I
say
haven't seen
literally.
anything different.
I'm from the generation where literally meant anything other than
Figuratively?
literally. And I'm now
Yeah.
living in times where I get to say literally all the time. Because
Yeah.
literally applies literally all the time these days because they're so
Literally.
freaking comical.
All right, let's get it
No.
again.
It was
Fine.
6 million times. 6 million.
Oh my
At
God.
least 6 million.
Like I said, I'm sparing you guys with some of the people that are kind of boring, not really doing all that much, but people that are actually asking like actual questions.
Establishes that Dr. Moran's advised you regarding EcoHealth Alliance, COVID origins, or grant policy.
Get
Give
ready.
you June 2024 testimony
Not
would have
sponsored.
been inaccurate, correct?
On the advice of counsel, I
I
respectfully
hate you and
decline to
everything
answer
you
based
stand
upon my
for.
rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Is there any document in your possession today that would contradict
We
your
need, like,
prior
a
congressional
calling card.
testimony?
On the advice of counsel, I
Fauci, you
respectfully
bastard,
decline
I
to
should
answer
to
based
work
upon
tomorrow,
my
you
rights
son of a
under the
bitch.
Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Have you deleted, destroyed, or
Fauci.
instructed anyone to destroy records after learning Congress is investigating these matters?
So just to clarify, Rick Scott
That's-
asked, did you instruct anyone to destroy documents after hearing or after
Clearly, he's not going to
just come
answer
to
that
light.
one.
21, David Moran's texted you to provide information
Oh, wait,
about
wait,
and
wait.
advocate for the country.
To answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the
That counts.
Constitution.
Drink.
wait, hold on.
Who did?
Hold on. Oh, yes. Yeah.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment
Drake,
to the
that's two.
Constitution.
As you know, Dr. Moran now
I didn't even
faces
get to
charges
swallow the
related to
first one before
destroying
the other one
records while you
started.
I need
distance
a
yourself
refill
from him.
already. This
Is
is
that
going
fair to a
badly.
decades-long friend?
Right?
On the advice of counsel, I
Drake,
respectfully
stop
decline
it,
to
I'm
answer
short one
based
already.
upon my rights under the
Oh my
Fifth
God.
Amendment
Okay,
to
we
the
need to
got one
pause so
off
he
the
can
wheel
get a
here.
refill.
When is the last time you spoke to him?
Pause. Shank needs a refill.
Okay,
On
hold
the
on.
advice of counsel, I
All right.
respectfully decline.
Okay, all right. I actually have to go get one. You know what? We'll take a 1 minute break. You guys want to see the battle for Billings Bridge? This video, it's actually I think it is my magnum opus. I am the most proud of all the videos and clips that I've made. This I am the most proud of. Almond milk side stick, soy latte side stick. Move fast and cut those airlines. I want to see hearing protection over those ears. 5 trucks is a juicy opportunity. 1 flag is a waste of time. Avoid direct fire from the bouncy castle. Keep those masks on tight, and I'll see you on the bridge. Those brave men and
I
women.
came prepared. I brought everything. I have a whole bar down here.
That's generally how I roll.
Decline to
Bring
answer
it all
based
with me.
upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment
Yeah,
to
we
the
already
Constitution.
did that one.
In
Okay, good.
hindsight, are you disappointed?
No,
how
I
you
missed that one.
handled
I saw-
COVID? Do you have any regrets?
On the advice of counsel, I
hate you
respectfully
and
decline
everything
to
you
answer
said.
based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
I'm gonna make a pyramid.
Dr. Fauci, I want to close with this.
All right, I'm caught up.
Here's how you impacted my family and people close to me. I have daughters with children. You can't imagine the questions they had around vaccines for their kids and
Mhm.
themselves. And the pressure, the unbelievable pressure to make
Wow,
the right
he's got the
decision
I don't
for
give
their
a
health.
Fork look.
I can tell you pregnant women
Yep.
who worked with me were so scared because every time they went to the doctor, they were told something different
me.
about taking the vaccine.
I don't care.
And you caused this. Imagine
God,
being a
why am
mom
I
trying to
drinking,
protect their
like,
kids, or an expectant
my own
mother trying to
volition?
figure out what to do.
Right?
Every 3 weeks, a doctor tells you a
taste
new
good?
set of guidance on a vaccine. The haphazard information you
Wait, did
release
my burp
and
come
push
through?
on the American people
No,
with
thankfully.
little
Oh,
research
good.
is appalling. And why there's so much distrust in our institutions today.
Mhm.
That trust is crucial to public health, and you, more than any person or event in my
Mhm.
lifetime, have destroyed that trust for millions of Americans.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
You
so just
lied
roll
to
your
hundreds of
eyes.
millions of people amid the
See.
worst
Wait,
public health
Did
crisis
he?
No, I said he might as well
Did
just
he?
roll his eyes.
Oh, I
Looks
thought you
like
said he did. I was gonna. Oh, you little weasel.
century. You failed to follow your own guidance. You force people to watch their loved ones die alone over the phone. It's disgusting. You destroyed the federal government's credibility when it comes to public
You might
health.
as well, Steve, right there. He might as well just.
Generations of Americans
A
who
flat
rightly
look
so
on his
do not
lips
trust our
is
institutions
just-
to keep people safe because of you.
It says something, and I don't
This
know
has
what.
destroyed decades
see
of
it.
progress
There's a
and
lot of
words I'm
lifetimes of
searching
work
for.
because you wanted to fuel your own ego and be the center of attention. What would you do differently knowing what you know today, Dr. Fauci?
On the advice of
Say
counsel, I
7 feet.
respectfully
Really? You
decline to
don't
answer
even
based
know what
upon my
you would
rights under
do
the Fifth Amendment to the
differently?
Constitution.
Really?
All the
You
No, he's
can't.
saying what he'd do differently would be illegal and would convict him.
Apologize because you received an auto-pin pardon from a staffer in the Biden White House.
There you go,
If we have
Mr.
another
Scott.
pandemic tomorrow, millions
Wait,
could die
wait, by the
because of
way.
what you did to make Americans lose trust in their government when it comes to medicine and healthcare. How many families have you apologized to had to watch their loved ones die alone? You breached public trust, and now you're hiding behind a fraudulent pardon.
Dirty.
Legacy will not be as a man who has saved America from COVID.
I'm still pissed
but as a
they
man
actually
who
let that
destroyed the
pardon
public
stand.
trust in America's public
Mhm.
health institutions in exchange for 5 minutes of fame.
I won't get
This is
over
how
that.
history will remember you. I yield back.
Senator
I
Kim.
yield back. I'm not going to wait for an answer
Yep.
because I know what the answer is going to be.
I know, right? Let's
Please.
just freaking drink.
Oh, that's really nice that the press gallery allows people with cerebral palsy. That's nice.
You know,
What?
nice. It's just
The
being an
person
asshole.
behind the camera here.
I think shit. Where was I going with this?
You
Oh,
think shit. That
no.
sounds like, that sounds like a woman's thoughts to me.
Yeah.
Shit.
Thank you, Dr. Fauci, for coming
Is this
on out in
Kim?
front of this committee.
Senator
I know
Kim?
it's
Okay. Do you guys? Here's where are my notes. Senator Kim is a pussy. Spends his entire time glazing the corruption and clear unethical practices that government is engaging in, further to already known distrust exposed by people like Nick Shirley. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I said. So do you guys want to listen to this douchebag glaze this guy? Or we can get to the next after Kim. Okay, you know what? We're not listening to Kim. I don't care about Kim. I want to listen. I want to hear Senator
The other
Hawley.
Kim. This
And
Kim
can
is
you say about you?
no.
get it
This
you.
Kim is
for your
awesome.
service,
That
Dr.
Kim,
Fauci.
I don't know.
You hear that closing statement? Thank you for your service. Your nearly 5 decades of service.
Sounds
5
about right.
decades.
5 decades of service and not a single fucking thing good that he's done.
No, but people did get AIDS from cereal boxes. So
You know what?
I-
Here, since we're kind of talking about his amazing service, friend of the channel, my boy, Jack Dan.
Jackie.
Check this out. Check this out.
So Anthony Fauci took the fifth
handsome bastard.
100 times today.
Under the advice of my attorneys,
Drink.
You don't. No. You don't have to drink. You don't have to drink.
That counts.
No.
amendment to the Constitution to refrain from answering your questions.
Stonewalling senators on COVID, gain of function, and his secret diaries, his silence is louder than any confession. Just to remind you guys, this is the same man who bankrolled beagle puppies locked in mesh cages so sandflies could eat their faces, dosed with
Ew.
in some cases had their vocal cords
I
cut.
forgot about that one.
And in the 1980s, the same agency ran high-dose AZT trials on desperate gay men with AIDS. Some had placebos, but poison-level doses for others, while activists howled that patients were being treated like lab rats. History's most powerful and, might I say, sadistic public health figure now hides behind the Constitution. The dogs and the dying already paid the price, and because he's elite, he'll get away with it. It's fucking disgusting.
All right. There
Jackie, I
is a
love
good
you.
point in there that should be made. Do gays really deserve rights? Do they
Yes.
deserve to not
Yes.
be experimented on?
yes, they
I mean,
do.
they chose to live in sin.
No, I'm an atheist. No, they're perfectly fine. You do
You'd
what
think
you-
that you'd actually think that the Jew would seriously try and save the gays.
I mean,
but
I'm gonna say a man who decides to lie in bed with another man, I don't consider being sinful. Now, if you involve children in any sort or pedophiles, essaying, stuff like that, then we got some issues. But two consenting men, adults, I'm fine with that. You do
Yeah.
you.
We don't need to get
You-
that deep. We can debate the.
I
morals
never
and
had a
ethics.
problem with it really growing up, but the more I listen to Andrew Wilson, the more I'm like, this I kind of get into all this Christian ethics stuff.
Hey, Steelborn.
What's going on, buddy? Whoop, sorry. What's going on,
Jesus.
Steelborn? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I personally, I don't.
I'm telling Speakeasy you said that, Steelborn. I'm paddling.
He also said some of, not
That's
his
true.
actual favorite.
That's true.
His actual favorite is Speak, I'm sure.
Well, Speakeasy gives him money. Like he has to perform for it, but he still gets, he gets.
Sounds for me. Yes.
All right, let's listen to Senator Josh Hawley. Oh, it is. Oh,
I yield back. Senator Hawley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, nothing says honesty like taking the fifth, huh, Doc? Let's try something. What day of the week is it today?
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Drinks at the
On
ready.
the advice of
Yep.
counsel, I respectfully decline to answer.
Look, he's
the
even
advice
laughing.
is
He's
canceled.
even laughing. This little
Right.
fucking weasel.
At the
That's
advice of
fun.
counsel, I've agreed to SMD
Based
because
upon my
I
rights
suck.
under the
Look, he's even laughing. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Squirrel knows. Yeah, he knows what's up.
Oh, here we go. This is
I already took my
this is
sip.
the clip that made me
What color
get up
tie
on the
you wearing?
American system again.
He asked him, "What color tie are you wearing?"
On the advice of counsel,
Stop!
I respectfully decline
Drink.
to answer
Stop
based
it!
upon my rights
Stop
under the
it,
Fifth
you
Amendment
son-
to the
You're a
Constitution.
piece
color's
of
the carpet
shit.
in
You're a
front of you?
piece of shit.
On the
Look, he even looked. He even looked at the carpet. He couldn't help himself. He couldn't help himself. He was looking at his notes and then he went, "What color is the carpet?" Oh,
You're gonna
advice of
plead the
counsel,
fifth
free.
I
on the color
respectfully
of the
decline
carpet?
to answer based upon
Drink.
my rights under the
You're a
Fifth
piece of
Amendment
shit.
to the Constitution.
See,
Let's just
even
get one
the
thing
worst
straight. You don't have any
Republicans,
rights
Jurassic
under
the
the
most
Fifth
Island.
corrupt
Amendment.
Jurassic
Republicans
Island
would answer those
dream.
As you
questions.
very well know, as the Supreme Court has been clear for a century and more,
That's what
Brown
really
versus
got
Walker,
me, how committed he
1896. When he has been pardoned, he may not stand.
This is where
upon his
Fauci needs to
privilege.
go.
You know that. Your lawyers
That's
sit
too
behind
nice
you,
for
shifting
him.
nervously in their chairs. They
getting
know it.
vulgar. You
This
damn
isn't
right.
about the Constitution. This isn't about the law. This is
Sorry,
about
we turned this
contempt.
into a drinking game.
Contempt for
Shit's
this
off the
body
rail
and
now.
contempt for the American people. But I think I know why you're doing it. It's because you don't
You're a
want to
piece of
answer
shit.
questions. It's because you did all kinds of terrible things. It's because during the
Mhm.
pandemic you got rich, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
You got rich. While
Didn't you,
people
little
were
shit?
dying, hundreds of thousands of Americans, over 1 million in the end, and you were getting rich. And not only were you doing that, you were using federal employees with taxpayer money to apply for and solicit cash prizes for you personally. Cash prizes totaling over $1 million. You did all of that during the pandemic, didn't you?
I plead
That's
the
the question.
fifth, motherfucker.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
You remember Greg Folkers?
I hope you choke
Who
on
was
your
that?
water.
On the
It's
advice
not
of
water.
counsel, I
Drink.
respectfully
Moscow Mule.
decline to answer
my
based
God.
upon
Oh,
my
that's two.
rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Your chief of
Can
staff. is the
somebody
answer.
Homer
Do you
Simpson
remember
this bitch,
Patricia
please?
Conrad? Who was that?
Like just
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the
Another
Fifth
one.
Amendment to the Constitution.
She was your
Oh my God,
personal
why do I
assistant.
even bother
And what
putting
were
it down?
these individuals doing in the depth of the pandemic in November of 2020 when millions of Americans were suffering from COVID? What were they doing? I tell you what they're doing.
Plead
Folkers
the
was on
fifth.
your behalf soliciting and gathering
this
information
trip's
for a
going downhill
cash
fast.
award. Let's look at it. We've got his email right here,
Look
right
at
over my
this.
shoulder. Volker says, I'm working on this nomination
You
for
know
the
what's
Dan
right over
David
his
Award for
shoulder?
Fauci.
The
We
Fifth
need to
Amendment.
No.
Mhm. Okay, so
beef
what
up
does
the
it
COVID
say?
part. Do you have
So this is an email Fauci had received in order for them to try and enrich themselves.
Yeah. What does it say?
It says
I am
plead
working-
the
Oh, here
fifth.
we go.
Yeah, I am working on this nomination for the Dan David Award for ASF Fauci, Anthony Fauci. Need to beef up the COVID part. Do you have language in the can that you could share that would delineate how we responded in many ways to COVID?
share that delineates how we responded in new ways to
my
COVID? He
God.
sends this to multiple federal employees. What was the Dan David Award? Do you remember, Doc?
Get ready.
Plead the fifth.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully
Drake.
decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the
What
Constitution.
is the point of
It was
this?
a
To see how much of a son of a
$900,000
bitch this
cash
guy
award.
is?
Yeah.
Let's just see how drunk we can get.
$900,000 cash award. And he got it because he
Call in
used
to work
federal
tomorrow to be like,
employees to get
why
it.
you
And
calling
this
in
wasn't the only
calling in
award,
hungover?
was it, Dr. Fauci? In
Oh,
fact,
man. I
you
have-
applied for and received at least 8 other federal
I thought this was
cash
going to be fun,
prizes
but I dug
on
my
federal
own grave.
time using federal
Look
employees
at
and
that.
federal
Look at
resources.
that.
Here they are over my shoulder.
So Fauci used 8 federal employees to apply for awards, cash rewards, as
Oh my
Senator
God.
Hawley said. Greg Folkers, Lawrence Tabak, Holly Jaff, Patricia Conrad, Courtney Billett, Lewis Miller, Catherine Miller, Hugh Akmayas or something.
Besides the Dan David Award, you've got the
Humongous
Partnership for
what?
Public Service. You've got the Adelson Prize. You've got the Smithsonian Award. You've got the National Academy of Medicine's Award. You've got the CDC Foundation. In fact, you turned your staff into a full-time application machine. You actually wrote to people and said, do you think maybe I'd qualify? And you got cash for all of this. And it wasn't just 1 or 2 employees,
You're
was it? In
gross.
fact, you
You are
used 8
gross.
separate
It's
federal
not just
employees on
amazing
federal time
that
using
he
federal
sold out
resources to
basically
solicit
the
cash
country
awards.
to push his political agenda. It's amazing for how little he sold out for. Like,
He's
there's
gross.
so many people that make so much more money doing so much less than what he did.
Think he was at the time the highest public paid employee out of everyone in the United States. I think he made $480,000 a year, plus all of, all the expense write-offs and everything else, all the other taxpayer funded things that he didn't get charged for. Nearly $500,000 a year. And this
that's salary though.
Yeah. And this little
that's-
weasel went, how can I make more of it? Potentially, if you're going to believe Senator Hall.
No. He's pardoned. We don't have to worry about defaming him or like accusing him of something.
That's true. That's true. This fucking little worm enriched himself and his little buddies to the tune of, I believe it was $12 million. Senator Hawley will clarify that in a couple of minutes here.
But can you wait? Can you imagine selling out like that hard, destroying your entire country and the entire reputation of the federal government for just $12 million?
Yeah. I could see people
that
doing.
is such a low bar when you have trillionaires in existence. Like, I know so many people that make, like, the people I work for at my company, they're probably raking in $1 million a day. And that's in like just regular business. They're not doing anything under the table. They don't need to.
No, they don't. But you know what? I guess if it's just a means to an end, as you said, what does it matter? I'm trying to get my scratch, because if I don't, someone else will.
Can we start calling homeboy Gollum? Because I feel like even worms are too cute for this thing.
I'm pretty sure they called Gollum a worm multiple times. What would be the precious for Fauci?
A little bit.
Oh,
my bad.
Money. His money.
Dreidel.
Isn't that true?
With Batsup, I will play.
I don't know if he's actually Jewish. I'm being
Pick up
condescending to
drink.
an entire group of
Pretty
people.
sure that's the joke that's at least been running.
On the advice of counsel,
Yeah,
I respectfully
drink.
decline to answer
Get
based upon my
effed,
rights under the
Fauci.
Fifth Amendment
Right
to the
up the
Constitution.
Here they are, right over
rectum.
my shoulder. Here's all of them. The people that you use, federal employees, so that you could go and get cash.
I will say,
money.
in his defense, I
And the
can't
most
remember the
hilarious
names of
part-
anyone I work with like a week after I stopped working with them.
That's true.
What's
true.
even the point of this? Like, what is the point of this? To see how many times he can say, I plead the fifth. He's not answering anything. He's a piece of shit.
So
the point is so that the Republicans can showboat and say that they're really upset about something and then proceed to not do anything about it. If they don't get the show, then they'll expect like charges to be brought up or something.
There should be.
There is actually a reason, because as it said, even as Senator Rand Paul said on the outset, we're trying to find the facts. You're already pardoned on this information. We just need to know what the hell happened so that we can prevent another pandemic or another scare like this in the future, in order to try and restore trust in the American,
Which he
in
does not
the
wanna do.
authority. Because I'll say this, and this is something I've said many, many times. All of this stuff works on fiat. All of it. Every single
Always has.
institution. Right. But once that veil is pierced and broken, this is why the left is so effective at discrediting institutions, making a mockery of them. Because once the legitimacy of those institutions, of the authority that those institutions have, they lose legitimacy. We stop believing in their authority. It'd be like if someone came up to you in a clown costume with like a little like parasol thing, and they're like, "Oh, you show me your license and registration, Sonny." You're like, "Get out of here." That
Then I'd
is
run
what
over him
this
with my car.
actually does. So I'll say at least the Republicans are trying to, how effective that authority really is, but it's because all of this runs on because we said
I
so.
completely disagree. I gotta say, I completely disagree with you fundamentally at every level. on
Get
that.
off my show. We only have people that are yes men here.
No.
Because like starting from the top there, the find out they're interested in finding out what the facts are. They don't care. They're not going to do anything about it. They know what happened. They have the emails. They have all the evidence.
Mhm.
They're telling him the answers to the questions they are asking. Every single question has the answer in the question, and he's
Yep.
pleading the fifth. This
Yep.
isn't. There's nothing to gain here by asking him these things. What is he going to do? Confirm everything that they already know? Like, there's nothing gained here factually. This
So
is a court. This is a show. This entire thing is a
Yes.
show.
Yes.
And then on top
I
of
will
that,
agree with
the
that.
whole Democrats losing their authority or their perceived authority, the veil, they lost that 20 years ago with Obama. Like, it was proven like back then that all they care about is looking good. They will vote for the black guy because he's black. And that's it. That's all they need is something to put on a pedestal. They've never had any legitimate backing to them. They've always been a farce, and they don't need to prove that they have authority or prove anything because their base doesn't care about that.
Right. But I'll agree with you. Is this more or less like, did this turn in? And you see Josh, like Senator Hawley, he caught it immediately. Let's have a little fun with this. He knew he was trolling him. He knew it was. Now this becomes a soundbite. This becomes a clip that he can share. Like, look at how inauthentic, look how deceitful these people are. This is going to be used as slogans in like, look at what the Democrats, blah, 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 vote for Senator Hawley. Like,
Okay,
that's what
that
it's
is a
going to
good
be used
point.
for.
I didn't think about that. That will be good fodder in that respect, but that's
See,
like
when I drink the
I don't
gears,
think it's going to be that much. Like, I get that they're trying, I guess, to salvage it. I can see that. Like, it's a bad situation. What else are they going to do? But at the same time, it's like, what's the point? They should have charged him with contempt right there. Like, if they really wanted to do something, charge him with contempt. He was notified at the very beginning that he had no authority to plead the fifth.
Right.
So he has no business doing this. So everything after that, it should have been he plead the fifth one more time. He goes to jail. He sits in jail. When they went after Trump, when they went after Trump, they went after Trump and his lawyers. They should take him and his lawyers, disbar his lawyers, charge his lawyers with treason, charge him with treason, charge him with all kinds of new crimes, throw the book at him.
Mm-hmm.
They did that to the Republicans for 4 years. And what are they going to do? Now they're just going to sit there and take it. They're going to do jack crap again. They never do anything. Ever.
Clearly.
And it's pissing me off.
So this is one thing, and I thought we had this in Canada. I guess we don't, but in the United States they do. So people keep throwing around the word treason, and I think the charge of seditious conspiracy, and this is why. Seditious conspiracy is a crime in various jurisdictions of conspiring against the authority or legitimacy of the state. As a form of sedition, it has been described as a serious but lesser counterpart to treason, targeting activities that undermine the state without directly attacking it. This is seditious conspiracy, in my view.
Mm-hmm.
It's splitting hairs at that point. When everyone says treason, they all mean.
But treason
it's colloquially used.
It's
Right,
colloquially
but the
legal.
charge of treason is someone giving information to a nation you're actively at war with. What Fauci did undermined the credibility and the authority of the federal government, as you saw with Josh Hawley. And you'll see there's one more. I want to get to this guy right here, Bernie Morano.
Oh, that's who that is? Yeah, he is fantastic.
You guys haven't had your anti-authoritarian justice boner pop yet. You will when you listen to him.
I don't think I saw any clips on him, so I'm interested in that.
Oh, he's good.
Part is that you weren't content to even dragoon them into applying for all of these cash awards. You then had them go out to the F.
So, sorry, I'll clear. So all of this, everything that's coming out with this is because the Fauci diaries Senator Rand Paul released. It shows all of Dr. Fauci or Anthony Fauci's, all of his emails, all his public government emails.
Diaries.
That's why.
Yeah, he's flouting it as it's a private thing, like a diary. It's my personal thing. They were notes on his computer. Relax.
No, they were emails. This is the thing. There were emails that
Private
basically
emails.
Emails, notes on his computer. Yes. I mean, come on.
Yet, dear diary, I mean $900,000. Haha, stupid American.
Agencies and ethics watchdogs and demand that you be able to get the money. That's right. We've got it in your emails. Your staff and employees on federal time, using federal resources, being paid with federal dollars, are soliciting cash for you. And then they're turning around and saying to the agency, we don't want just an answer. We want to get to yes, because Fauci wants the money.
So I'll read what Hawley had put up back here.
That's another thing I like to argue with. I don't think they're in it for the money. I really don't. That's what I meant when I said he sold out for just 12 million. They are legitimately in this to destroy America. Like, they have ideological goals here. This is not financial
population control.
They would die on this hill if you let them.
But see, this is why I wonder about that. So if the position is they're trying to destroy the United States, then the cash cow that they were milking goes away. I think they wanted to keep the corruption going, keep we'll just keep greasing the wheel. Still,
you're missing a bunch of things right there. First of all, when a stable society collapses, what does it collapse into? It collapses into a dictatorship, and what then immediately happens following that? The inner ring collects 99% of the entire country's wealth. So if they're on the winning side when the country collapses, then they get everything. It's like hitting the jackpot. And alternatively to that,
so hot.
What, you don't think he couldn't go to China and snoop up to them, or Russia, or any other country?
True.
Like, they all have their exit strategy prepared.
That's very true.
Years in advance. And they're milking the cow. When the cow dies, you get to not just milk it, you get to have the ribeye.
Right. No, I could see it makes sense. I get it. So this is what Hawley has. So this is Fauci's self-dealings. Tony's assistant routinely tells the sponsors as soon as NIAID is notified that Tony is an award recipient that the cash prizes need heightened review. And we don't want to say no. We want to try to get yes. Yes takes time.
And then they're
I don't like that the guy was picking his nose. Grow up.
Turning around and saying to the agency, we don't want just an answer. We want to get to yes.
I'm a real boy.
Because Fauci wants the money. He wants it. We want to get to yes, and yes takes time. This is your chief of staff again, using federal email to pressure the agency's own ethics people so that you could get money, so that you could get rich. And it violated the law, didn't it, Dr. Fauci?
That's a question.
Didn't it? It violated the law, didn't it?
Didn't it? Didn't it?
It is a question. You can answer. Go ahead.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Federal law, as you very well know, prohibits the solicitation of cash awards or other personal benefits for federal employees. And it certainly prohibits using your own employees to do this.
I will say I see a bunch of you. Thank you so much for you guys tuning in. Of course, please, if you guys could share the show with your friends. I see you guys over on Rumble. Guys, Thank you so much. Of course, hit that thumbs up button. Apparently we already voted on my own video here.
Feed the plant.
Feed me Seymour. Feed me all night long.
Okay.
Tell
So-
people who voted on our own video. That's just lame.
No, I vote on my own stuff all the time.
So do I.
Oh, I can't remember the point I was going to make when I was like, it's whatever. It comes up later. It's fine.
5 CFR section 2635-205B. It says it right there in black and white. You cannot use federal resources, federal dollars, federal employees, federal offices, federal email, federal time to solicit cash awards. And you did all of it. And the worst part is thousands of people were dying while you were doing it. You were supposed to be the nation's doctor, and your
right. At one point,
he doesn't plead the fifth.
No. God,
that's how
damn it.
babies are made.
Enrich himself. People are. Oh, fuck. Okay, when I remember, I'll just blurt it out.
playing one on TV, but this is what you were doing with your time. Isn't that true?
I plead the fifth, motherfucker.
Yeah,
On the
drink.
advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
I feel like
Yeah.
Dr. Evil, but instead
Yeah,
of
I can see why.
it's preemptive.
I can certainly see why. You know what I can't quite figure out is that why you were so obsessed with it, because you're already rich. I mean, and your scheme worked here. I mean, your net worth now is north of $12 million. You got over $1 million in cash awards during COVID, during a 12-month, 24-month span
We are
during
married. What the
COVID.
fuck?
$1 million you knocked down in cash money using federal resources. Now you're worth more than $12 million. You've got a pension that in its first year paid out north of $400,000 a year. 1 million people dead, you're getting rich. 1 million people dead, you're using federal employees to get cash awards for you.
I will
1
say, I
million
can believe
people
that it's
dead,
a million
and you're
dead.
here.
And I'll do that till I die.
You
The idea that thousands were dying during COVID, millions dead. Like
Oh, he said a million.
This,
A million.
nah, not even that. Maybe like the flu numbers that you average in a year in America are what, like 50,000 a year, I think.
So I don't think he's not talking just United States, world. I believe he's talking.
No one gives a
world.
shit about the rest of the world.
Hey, and where were the rest of the world?
There's the United States and there's the third world. That's it. That's the split.
It's funny. There you're like,
Yeah.
hey, we're the rest of the world. But when I bring up things that have nothing to do with Canada or the US, you're like, I don't give a shit.
No, I
Fuck
don't.
India.
I don't care about them. They're third world garbage.
Because you don't want to admit that what really happened in all that time was a multi-month, multi-year course of self-dealing. Isn't that true, Dr. Fauci?
We go and deal
Drink.
fifth.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the
Is
Constitution.
he respectfully
Yeah,
declining?
well,
though?
silence is admission.
I want to hear him say I
And here's the real thing.
disrespectfully decline.
His
At the end
mission.
of the day, it wasn't just about the money,
Thank
really,
you.
was it? It was really about a power trip. I mean, through
Oh, yeah.
all of this, you want to be
He
the
was
most
jerking
famous
off to that
scientist in
power
the
trip.
world. You were so focused on getting every award and every drop of cash that you could, all because you wanted to be on TV. You wanted to be the sun god of science. You wanted to be the guy who was in charge of it all. You wanted to blambast Trump. You wanted to make sure
not
that
the guy.
nobody else stole your spotlight.
You're not him.
You wanted to be the guy. You had time to sit for In Style magazine. Here's what you were doing with your time. You could sit for In Style magazine.
Yeah.
You
but
ain't
you
got
can't
no
answer
style.
questions
You
to the
don't even know what
American
color your
people.
tie
You could
is.
sit for In Style magazine, but you're here taking the fifth. You could sit for In Style magazine and get $1 million in cash awards.
Ill.
Oh my God, that's what
Yeah. There you go.
they didn't even. Oh my God, that's what they picked.
Did I mention?
Oh my God. Fuck,
Yeah.
why am I behind a freaking logo? I should be putting my face on the internet. That's what gets on In Style magazine. Jesus Christ.
Do you remember the Saint Fauci candles?
I don't remember that. I don't.
What?
I was mostly shit faced through COVID. I'll admit. I was 21 for about half of it.
No, you guys really don't.
No, I
People-
remember freaking what's her name's vagina candles. I don't remember Fauci's candles. Gwyneth Paltrow. There we go.
Yeah. Does it smell like $12 million?
No.
Inbreeders.
They gave him saint candles.
Dr.
Ew.
Anthony
Literally
Fauci.
co-opted Christianity for
That
this.
is
Oh my
blasphemous. That's blasphemous. How is he not struck
God.
by
Of course,
lightning?
it's blasphemous. That's the point. It's
Yeah.
to
That's
blaspheme.
gross. That's
Yeah.
gross. I'm not a religious person. I grew up Catholic, and that's gross to me.
Catholic.
Catholic. Don't be
Catholic.
jealous. Don't be jealous.
Now my grandparents are
I'll tell you what, here's
Get on my
my
knees.
I
conclusion
don't
from
know.
all this.
Oh, why are you silent? Why are you silent but deadly?
Oh, because she's a woman. Women should always be silent.
Oh, wait, what the?
From what I just said, I should be silent.
We should have a talk on Catholicism. That
This was
fun.
Wait, why did it?
It's really all about you.
Why do I have no
I
sound?
hear it. Do you not hear it?
I
When you hit
hear
play,
it.
I hear noise.
I hear it.
whole time. Somewhere
Tyler, I
along the
think you're
way,
going deaf.
you lost your way. You may have been a good public
What?
servant at one
Way.
time. I don't know. But I can tell you from
You guys can
reading
hear
your
that right
emails
now?
from
Yes.
looking at what you did, how you used your employees, somewhere along the
Saying Tyler's
One-
a bitch. He's a little bitch.
15013.
tongue. I bet he does.
Did you mute it in your top bar tab?
Yeah, but it's not letting me unmute it.
Hit the button again and it unmutes it.
In Style
Oh,
magazine,
now it's muted. Nope, now it's back.
you can't answer questions for the American people. You could sit for In Style magazine, but you're here taking the fifth. You could sit for In Style magazine and get $1 million in cash awards. But now the cat's got your tongue. I bet he does. I
The
tell you
cat doesn't have his tongue. The fifth does.
this was really all about you the whole time. Somewhere along the way, you lost your way. You may have been a good
Way
public
more
servant
like
at one time. I don't know. But I can tell you from reading your emails now, from looking at what you did, how you used your employees, somewhere along the line, it became all about you. You became a narcissist and a megalomaniac and a liar. And you've lied to the American people and you've lied to this body. And you've disgraced your profession by doing it. You called yourself the most famous scientist in the world. You've done more to harm
Yeah,
science
That's
than
actually
anybody.
that's actually Neil deGrasse Tyson, okay? Or Carl Sagan. Don't you ever try to take that
Carl
title.
Sagan is the only one I would even approach, or Stephen Hawking, I guess. But like,
Yeah, Stephen, definitely
science
Stephen
is in
Hawking.
such a toilet bowl. I'm so glad I didn't choose science when I went to college. I'm so glad I became an engineer because oh my god, is science as a theology, because that's what it is. It's a theology at this point.
Oh, right. Relax. there,
so
fucking
far in the
Bible
toilet.
boy. Listen here, Bible.
I'm not a Bible boy. I was atheist until I was 23 years old. I'm still basically an atheist.
There's still time.
Don't tell my wife.
Yeah. No. All right. Well.
My lifetime.
Such a.
And I hope you'll go home and write that in your diary. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Fetterman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Dr. Fauci, I'm not here to perhaps attack you or defend or anything. It's really just more, honestly, I'm just want to acknowledge I have had members of my.
Oh, I don't give it. Fetterman, you have like a child growing off your back. I don't care. Senator.
I'm surprised he owns a suit.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think I've ever seen him in a suit before. It took me a minute to recognize him. I was like, is that Fetterman? I was like, no, he's in a suit. And then you said that's Fetterman. I was like, oh, he owns a suit?
Do we want to hear him speak? I don't remember.
I actually do.
All right.
I'm very
Maybe he's actually
curious.
coherent. Okay.
Family die from COVID.
I'm better curious.
And now I
Better
also
curious.
grieve for people that I've met that have lost
Diary. Why
their
am-
business through the pandemic, and they'll never been the same. Now, as during the pandemic, I was the lieutenant governor, so we were in the middle of all of that maelstrom, trying
Pennsylvania,
to
I
find the
believe?
right balance between
Mhm.
protect life and protect the economics and for all of it. And I'm not sure if we got it all right or wrong, but without a doubt, I can continue to question myself. But one that it's not about much more your regrets, but I have one. And that is early on that there was the theory that the virus could have emerged from the lab. And early on that became like a right-wing kinds of theory. And I thought it seemed to make sense. Now there was a really advanced lab that was close by, and then you have this unknown virus out. So, but that became a very partisan thing. And now it seems now it's more and more emerging theory that would have come from the lab.
Emerging theory.
You know, I think that the next time our nation's facing something like this, we are not become, you know, as I might have been, blinded by the partisan idea that maybe the truth might come from a side that's different than you are. But I think we should really be willing to pursue truth, no matter where that may have emerged, you know, after for all of that. So
In the bedroom.
and I now cede the remain back to the chair. Thank you.
I do like Fetterman. He's one of the few left wingers.
Hey, you guys.
You want a candy bar?
You do now.
Look, I got a Baby Ruth, sir.
Whoa.
The COVID back.
And now the final crowning touch to this cake. Talk about
I'm gonna throw it to you, okay?
put it in the
No, that's more Fauci. Rats and ferrets are too cute. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know. I like Fetterman when it comes to leftoids. He's one of the few that I can actually believe is genuine and actually like cares because he threw the Republicans a bone in that, and you can tell like he's kind of nervous. He's kind of stammering. He's using filler words, you know, now, but now,
Not,
but.
baby
Yeah.
woof.
And you can kind of see it in his demeanor. It's not something you can fake, or if he can fake it, he's really good because that's not something easy to fake.
Yeah, it looks like
it seems like he's
disappointment.
Yeah,
He
he's
looks like
nervous.
somebody
He's
who's really
kind of
just
disappointed. He's,
exhausted.
he's trying to he's essentially throwing a bone to the Republicans. Like, yeah, he's pulling a Jon Stewart. Essentially, he's reaching across the aisle there.
Yeah. That was the feeling. Yeah, I remember listening to it. Yeah, like you could see he's
uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah, because he probably thinks that he got
Freaking-
AIDS. There's a box of
Chairman,
freaking
and,
cereal next to
I'll
him.
echo Senator Johnson's
Oh, damn.
comments about
Just
your
kidding.
opening statement, Mr. Chairman. I think it was dead on. Very, very well done. Mr. Fauci, do you know who David Shurtler is?
Hold on.
I plead the
Advice of
fifth.
counsel, I respectfully decline to
drink.
answer based upon my rights under the
Stop
Fifth Amendment
it, you
to the
son of a
Constitution.
bitch. I haven't even made my drink yet.
Fifth Amendment.
I hate
Fifth
you
Amendment of
and
the
everything you stand
Constitution.
for.
What is the Fifth Amendment?
I love him.
I think okay. I believe this is that Bernie Morano.
Constitution
Who?
say?
Oh, you'll see. Oh, it is. Oh,
Yes,
Oh, is this
let's
the good
do
guy?
this shit.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully
Drinks.
decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment
I
of
need
the
to catch up. Hold
Constitution.
on.
No, I'm just asking you what it says.
On the
Ooh,
advice of
speaking of,
counsel,
actually,
I
I have a bit of
respectfully
Booties rock
decline
right
to
now.
answer
Drink.
based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to give
Hold on.
the Constitution to my
three
aide.
to
He'll
catch up
bring it
on.
over to you so you can have it for future reference. I think it's something that every American should know. what the
Oh yeah, no, I
Constitution
did
says.
see this.
Do you know who wrote the Fifth Amendment?
On the advice
Yeah, you
of
can wipe
counsel,
your
I
ass with it,
respectfully
bitch.
decline to answer based upon my rights under
Fuck
the
me.
Fifth Amendment of the
I'm not even American. I know it's Madison.
Constitution.
Oh my
So you're
God.
invoking a right. that
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
because
know who
everyone
wrote
knows
it or
American
what it
history.
says. Is that correct?
We don't
On
have
the
a
advice
choice.
of counsel, I
history
respectfully
that
decline
matters.
to answer
Drink.
based upon my rights under the
Go
Fifth
ahead,
Amendment
drink.
to the Constitution.
Wow. Well, let me
God
tell you who
damn it.
David Shurtler is for the
This is
audience.
limey
because,
at the bottom
he was
of it, makes
ejected
it
by the
good.
chairman. He's a high-profile criminal attorney.
Oh, fuck.
He
Just drinking lime juice now, man. I'm hurting.
I had to drink 5 to catch up there. Holy shit.
So now Yeah, Bernie Moreno. Sorry, I think I call him Maroney, but in my
Maroney.
ex-post, but Maroney.
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 Maloney.
Bernie Macaroni.
Maroney.
Dude, that sounds like
Bernie
like
Macaroni.
a. I'm sure anyone in like the Chicago, Illinois, or like Chicago,
Mama
Wisconsin,
Maroney.
Minnesota.
Wisconsin.
You know that guy that's bald that has the glasses? And he's like, hey, if you were injured, blah, 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 blah. Bernie Maroney sounds like he sounds like a cheap lawyer that'll like get you
Are
out
you
of
talking about like
if you're-
877 cash now?
Kind of, yeah. Call Bernie
877 Bernie
Maroney.
Maroney.
Bernie Maroney is no macaroni.
It sounds like a really poor. It sounds like a 2-year-old trying to say brownie. I want a Bernie Maroney.
Right. So here he's actually going after Fauci's
Mama
lawyers
Maroney.
here.
But
And
why does
it
he have
is
to have such a bad name? I can't take him seriously.
nah. He's based at AF out of Ohio.
He's represented some really great people, like Senator Bob Menendez. Maybe that's somebody who my Democrat colleagues may remember took gold bars as bribes
From the Qatar?
Egyptians.
Or yeah, Egyptians.
And
yeah.
there's an article here in the Washington Free Beacon that talks about why you would hire a guy like Dervish Shirtler. And the comment is, if you're in deep shit, that's who you call. Do you feel like you're in deep shit?
Ghostbusters.
On the
I
advice
plead
of
the
counsel, I
fifth. Drink,
respectfully
yeah.
decline to
Drink.
answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
That was just
Clearly,
straight line juice.
what you think
He's so
today is that somehow you're above reproach.
I'm all puckered up.
Somehow
in the
you
face
feel
now.
like you
So sour.
don't need to be treated like a normal American. Can you do me a favor in the audience and stand up if during the time of the COVID pandemic, you were called a racist for calling the virus a Wuhan virus or the China virus? If you thought the 6-foot rule was total crap, if you thought the vaccine wasn't something that you should take, if you thought it was outrageous the way the mask policy was rolled out, if you were fired from your job for not taking that vaccine, including members of the military, if you thought closing schools was catastrophically stupid, and that you thought that during these times saying these things made you somehow a lesser human being.
I like how security is like, no, you guys got to sit down. a bunch of people were standing up, like, no, you got to sit down.
That's another thing I will say. I am beyond
There you
grateful
go.
that
Not to offend you,
I
you just
did
turn around
not
and
get
look at the
married
people behind you.
until after COVID, because I didn't have kids until after
You're not
COVID.
willing
I
to-
can't imagine having a child, like a 3-year-old, a
Oh,
2-year-old,
it was-
a 3-year-old during COVID. I have nieces
Even-
and nephews that have been like seriously messed up by the mask mandates.
Well, it's not even just somebody that young. Like, think of a kid in their teenage years and pitiable years when they should be hanging around kids, should be in school, stuff like that, and they're literally being locked up in a room.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
it
being
was kind of
locked up in a room. They can't see
No.
anybody. They can't do
It's
anything.
gonna
Like
take decades for the ramifications of
them
this
up.
to all play out. It's
Yes.
crazy how bad it is. Because I was
it's
in
not-
college. I was in college when it happened. I was essentially a teenager. I was barely 20, I think, when it hit.
Oh, you sweet. You still had that sweet
Little
virgin or
baby.
vagina smell behind the ears.
Yeah,
But
that's because I spent the night at my girlfriend's house that night.
Yeah, I'm so sure.
And then I married her.
But it was like there was a study. I think it came out. I want to say in 24. Don't absolutely quote me. I'm Fauci.
I think I
you.
know what you're probably referencing. Yeah, the
But-
mask mandates.
Yeah, but like the developmental stunted
Yeah.
effect, like it was like 2 years. Kids, babies didn't know how to talk. Like there was speech impediments. They had to go
Because
to
they couldn't
speech therapy.
see lips move and they
Yeah.
couldn't see facial expressions, and it messed with all kinds of their brain development. They
Yeah.
couldn't see their parents' facial expressions when they're happy, when they're sad. Like
Yeah,
anyone, if you've ever been a
eyeball.
parent to a small child, you know it's not what you say, it's how you say it, it's the facial expression you make when
Yes.
you say it. It's all body language. They can't understand words. They understand what you're expressing, and then they associate that to the words you say later on. Like my kids, that's almost entirely how I parent them. I don't raise my voice or anything like that. It's all facial expression. How I look at them, they know if they're in trouble or not.
Yeah.
You can't do that through a mask.
Well, and that was a thing. Like I have clips. Trust me, I've actually deleted a lot of old like clips,
Pornos?
photos, gay porn off my phone so that I could actually make more room. But like all of that stuff, you know, it kind of sucks that I actually deleted, because there was a photo that I remember of nurses were taking like surgical gloves, filling them with warm water, so it felt like a hand was on a dying person's hand. And I look at someone like Fauci, someone like Theresa Tam in Canada. I look at those people and like I have clips in the show map. We could play them if you want. We don't have to. I think everyone, all you know, there's what, nearly 50 of you watching right now. You know the videos. I don't need to share the videos. I don't need to jog your memory. You know the videos of the woman in in like a Walmart, where a guy is like, why isn't she wearing a mask? The accosting, the people, kids in pods, people like having to wear plastic cup things so they can fucking hug each other.
Do you remember that one woman who wasn't wearing a mask, and then the mother was like, why aren't you wearing a mask? Da, 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 da. And then she went up to her baby and started coughing in its face.
Yeah, I hope you get
what
COVID.
Are you doing? Yeah.
That type of
That's
stuff.
so
That is
gross.
what happens. That's what happens
ones
when
that
you
always
were
stuck
given
with me-
moral justification.
The ones that always stuck with me were the ones on children. Because again, like I understand you as an adult being an idiot, but pushing that on a child, like I remember the ones where they're taking like year-old babies, 18 months, 2 years, 6 months, putting a mask on them, and they're just screaming their eyes out, crying, trying to take it off, and they keep forcing it back on this kid's face
Kids with
over and
autism.
over and over. And these are the same stupid, awful, god-awful parents that won't tell their kids no. That the second they cry at a drop of a hat, they'll give them whatever they want. But they will make this kid thrash and scream and cry over a mask. And it's like, I lost so much respect for so many people. I was so black-pilled after that. I never recovered. I never recovered.
It's funny / not funny, but like when COVID was at the height and people were unsure of it and stuff like that. I remember our kids got COVID, and the nurse on the phone, like when she called to say like, hey, the results came in, your kids got COVID. And she said, okay, he needs to stay in his own room. And, you know, if he's using the bathroom, only he can use it, da, 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 da. Like he can't come out of his room for 2 weeks. And I was just like, what? And the thing is, like, at first I was like, oh, okay, I guess. My kid lasted a day in his room. And it was the second day. And I'm like, literally, he comes out of his room to go use the bathroom. I'm like, gremlin number one, come here. So he came over and I gave him the biggest hug. Now, this is a teenage child, okay? A teenager, a boy. And when I gave him a hug, he went, oh, that felt good. He's like, I missed that.
Yeah.
For one
Teenage boy
day.
saying that's something.
And I'm like, he's like, but mom, he's like, what if you get sick? And I was like, you know what? Then we go out together.
Oh,
like
I'm
I
sorry.
I
I'm
couldn't
sorry to
even.
hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, Jody. I hope you shouldn't even have to. Like you shouldn't I shouldn't have to hope that you get justification, because it shouldn't have been done in the first place. Like that's what such bothers me. And like I've held the position, and I still believe vaccines are a fantastic thing that saved millions of lives. This wasn't a vaccine.
No.
This wasn't. And I'm sure you know what, maybe on YouTube we can actually say that now without getting booted. But like this wasn't, and people saw that this wasn't. And this is why I said like the biggest issue I saw outside of like the harm you can see, but it was the stuff behind. People lost absolute confidence in authority, in the scientific field. So, as I said earlier, I get why people are now saying like sunscreen gives you cancer and all these wild things, because now the authority and the legitimacy of these institutions was cratered. Here you go. Look
Oh,
at
yeah.
this shit
It's in
like
the-
this.
Oh my god, yeah. These are the videos I was talking about too. These are exactly them. I remember the one with the kids screaming on the other side of the door.
You gotta wear it on.
Can't be
You
came
gotta
into
keep it
you.
on.
They locked a child, like a 6-year-old, in his room. Wouldn't let him out.
Yeah.
And
No,
they were
this-
just crying on the other side of the door, recording it, posting it on Facebook for clout. How they locked their 6-year-old in a room and
It's
wouldn't touch him for 2 weeks.
I couldn't even, like, literally, I
Monsters.
lasted a day and I was like, that's it. I don't
yeah.
care. We're
And
all
literally
going out
in the
together then.
in the same COVID time span, my wife was 6 months pregnant with COVID. I was in my parents' house at the time because we were between houses. We were planning on moving soon. And my mom had COVID. My wife had COVID. She was 6 months pregnant, had massive morning sickness,
fuck.
and my little brother had COVID. I was the only one without COVID in a house. And I was literally upstairs, downstairs, middle room, like just house, room to room to room, keeping these 3 people functional because my father was out overseas on a work travel. So it was just me doing this for like a month straight. And it's like, COVID sucks, yeah, but I didn't do anything more than I do when I treat like a kid with a cold or with the flu. It's like, I wash my hands after I touch them. I don't let them cough in my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't let them spit in my mouth. And I bring them food, hot things, and like I don't shy away from them because the worst thing you can do for someone that's sick is isolate them and like depress
Right?
them.
Especially a
You
freaking
depress them, you
child.
depress their immune system.
Babies literally die from not being touched.
Exactly. Yeah.
Literally, like they will just die. You can
Mhm.
feed them, you can change them, they could be, swaddled and cuddled in their baby wraps, but without actual human touch, they can just die.
Absolutely.
The thought
You
that
could
I
not pry me
Oh.
off of my children with a pry bar if you tried. You would literally have to pry me off of them dead.
I just after that, like I literally, our kid was out, and just after he touched something, we disinfected after and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, like, so if you don't know, a lot of our returning viewers, we love you, do know that Tyler's a truck driver. So he was the first one to get the vaccine. Then I ended up getting it, and then our kids got it after. Again, it was all forced. He had to get it because he's a truck driver and he had to be able to cross the border because he was delivering into the States. I work for the government. I needed to get it or else I'd lose my job, and we couldn't afford that. And then eventually our kids had to end up getting it. Now, I ended up, unfortunately, luckily I wasn't in grade 10, and I feel really bad for your child. That's way too young. I ended up getting adverse effects from the second COVID vaccine, and I refused to get another. There's no way in hell I will take another one again. But with that, with our kids, like I've had COVID 5 times. I think our kids have had it 3. Tyler's had it once.
No, I didn't have it.
You had it once.
Nope, I never got it.
Are you sure? I'm positive you had
Never
it
got
once.
it. Never got it. No, never got it.
Insane. Yeah, I've had it like 5 times. It's insane. But the thing is, every time I've had it, it's gotten less and less and less. Jazz, viruses are supposed to. Viruses don't want to actually kill you. They want to live in you because they're gross. But anyway, let's go back to this psycho rap man.
I was gonna pull it up, but it's fine.
Pull what up? I'm curious.
Remember Justin Trudeau, where he said, if you think you're going to get on a train, on a plane, and share these spaces with other people, you got another thing coming. And the moral justification, this is what I find so disgusting. And like in history, in human history, we have never sacrificed the young in order to protect the old.
Except
we did.
Except for literally every other time in human history. Every war is fought by the young for the old.
No, well, but like I mean, in a moral sense, yeah, there's that aspect. But I mean, like the noble thing was always I would give up my life if it meant that my children would survive.
Oh, well, in that case, you can have every fiscal policy since the boomers existed.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
So I don't know what you're talking about. You got to stop talking about dystopias, man. You're in one.
You
I
best start
know.
believing in dystopian stories, boy. You're in one.
Yeah,
All right, we'll
totally.
continue with this. So remember, Morano asked all the people that thought like the policies, that the harm and everything else that they experience if you were wrongfully terminated from the military. Notice we have a military one right there.
Yep.
And he asked, could you turn around and face those people?
To do that?
You know what he can do?
That's not a question. It's not a question. To your lawyer, it's not a question. It's a request.
Does that count? Because
all you have to do is look up from your
He's just
lawyers.
looking at his lawyer. He won't even look,
Look
at the people. Sicko.
who were absolutely shamed for saying what we know now to be the truth. You can't even look at them?
That's another thing I'll
That's a-
complain
that's a
about.
question. Are you able to
The
look
fact
at
that
them?
anyone was able to be shamed by this crap in the first place, because
I agree.
no one shut me up once during the entire freaking ordeal. I was bragging about having pure blood and everything right up until I got the vaccine. And I didn't get the vaccine because I had to. I was joining the military at the time. It's like, well, when you join the military, you give up your right to bodily autonomy. Like, that's the thing. You take so many more vaccines when you join the military. You voluntarily give up rights to join the military. I was like, okay, that's the deal.
Look.
I made that freely. I'm getting the vaccine. And then I got the vaccine, and the first thing I said to my mom was, I can feel the blood clots flowing through my veins. Like, it never shut me up. I was impossible to shut up about how
I got
vocal I was.
5G. Man, my cell service is better.
Yeah.
Well,
I can
that's
feel
what
the 5G in my veins.
But see, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. After I got the second one and I had adverse effects, it literally, there was that I was complaining about. And then the Freedom Convoy happened, and you haven't been able to shut us up since.
Oh, the Freedom
That's when we
Convoy. Oh my
started,
God,
we
that was
started
such a
our,
disaster.
our podcast around that time. Like, we started seeing the writings on the wall, and we're like, F this. And you haven't been able to shut us up since. YouTube tried. They did for like almost 4 years. But we're
That's
back,
good for you
baby.
guys getting out of it. Good for you guys.
So-
Yeah, I got the J&J shot though, because that one's basically just a flu shot. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
it's COVID doesn't matter, and this is a stupid vaccine that probably won't work. So all I'm getting is a bad flu shot. I was like,
So
I
was in
And then I had a
Drayton
massive
Valley,
reaction to it.
Drayton Valley, North Dakota, which is north of like Fargo. And there was a truck stop, and they were giving, if you wanted to get the shot. I did the research on it, and I steered away from the mRNA. I got the Johnson & Johnson, which was the old tech, the trusted old tech.
Yep.
So
That's the one I got.
as I'm getting it, I'm like, so is this gonna do anything? And I'm paraphrasing what the nurse said. It ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, okay, I'll take that one then.
The only thing it did to me is it made all of my lymph nodes swell for like a week straight, and it was giving me nerve pain on all of them. So I had just these random lumps throughout my body, and like the slightest breeze across a hair on them just felt like I was literally stabbing them with like a searing hot needle for like 7 days straight.
Jesus.
Well,
It was miserable, but I was like, it's not really bad. I didn't really have much outside of that.
Well, see, yeah, he got the Johnson & Johnson one, which was just one shot and done, where I ended up getting the mRNA one, which I needed the 2 shots. And yeah, after the second
it didn't
shot,
work. You got COVID because you didn't get the 6 boosters. It's your own fault. You didn't follow the science.
I had COVID before I even got a vaccine. I was one of the first to get COVID when it hit Canada. But the
Oh,
thing
so
is,
you're the patient zero. You're the reason why we have
I might be. But
She's a super spreader.
with the vaccine, like Cliff Notes version, I got bad nerve damage from it. That's effed me up since then. So, like,
I don't know anyone that.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm never fucking taking this shit again. If I lose my job, I lose my job. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, and that's the other thing with the military stuff, because everyone I was talking to, was kind of either in the military or soon to be joining the military at the time, and all of us were talking about our vaccines, and we were like, everyone was just miserable for it. Basically, anyone in the military that got it that I heard about took 2 days off after to recover from it. It was that bad. Each time they got the shot, they took 2 days off afterwards.
All right, I want
I forbid my wife.
I want to
let's get
continue
back
with
to
this
this
because this is Morano. God damn it!
The audience.
I gotta stop drinking when it's not drink time.
Unmute your mic, you goof.
It's mute.
There was a mom in Ohio during the depth of the coronavirus pandemic. Decided to go to her high school football game for her son.
You guys remember this story?
They hadn't been out much. The kids had been learning at school, and then the school got shut down. They hadn't really gotten much out of that education. As any parent knew, that remote learning was no learning at all. But it was a Friday night. Her son wanted to go watch a buddy go play football. So they went to the stadium. They sat alone, far from everybody else, just a mom, a dad, a few kids. They didn't feel they needed to wear masks because it was stupid, because they were outside. They all live together. They're not near anybody. Dr. Fauci, do you know what happened to that mom and that family?
Oh,
I plead the fifth.
On
Drink.
the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
They were dragged out
God,
of
I
that
forgot about
stadium
people on the beach, paddleboarding alone.
and arrested.
It's amazing how fast you
policies
forget.
Were put in place
Mm-hmm.
because you had moronic politicians that listened to the words of a megalomaniac who was more interested in having met a Kardashian.
I almost
than
see
the
an
suffering
emotion
of the
on
American
Fauci.
people.
He's blinking
And
so
that
much
is
faster
you.
now.
Your advice to
Look at
communities
how
like
often he's
that,
blinking.
to idiotic politicians who enforce those rules,
You can almost see a human emotion. behind
arrested
it.
that mom
Almost.
for watching
Almost
a
like
football
he's a
game
person.
with her own family outside.
He looks like a monster.
When that story broke, I said to myself,
I said, self, here's the story. Mom cuffed and tasered after refusing to wear a mask at son's football game in Ohio. She was Richard Noggins, it's being reported 111 times.
Yeah, we're getting drunk.
There you go. There you go. See, look, this is the family. They're just sitting there isolated by themselves. There you go.
What
I
really?
think that cop got COVID. I really do.
Everything that's awful about this, like of the COVID stuff, everything that's so god unbearably bad, the worst part about it is that it has continued to happen every step of the way. No one at any point stepped in. At any point in time in any of these cases, no one stopped.
They were too busy turning in their neighbors and their friends and family members.
Literally everyone complicit. And that's what Black killed me the most. It's like,
yeah,
we no longer live in a high trust society. We don't live in a place where people protect and defend their neighborhoods. This is the police come in and tyrannize you and you watch it happen and you don't do jack.
Look at
And it's
it was
like,
that
I get
virus.
America.
That virus was so deadly, so deadly. That cop had to approach this young girl and try and like attack her because she wasn't wearing a mask. This shows, like I said at the time,
it's because she's white.
I get Nazi Germany now. I get 1930s, 1940s Germany now. I get it.
Yeah, a lot of these leftists have that same mentality.
The brown shirts.
Yeah.
I cannot stand idly on the side and watch this happen. It was about 6 years ago today that I decided I'm going to give up my business, sell them all, run for office, run through the United States.
And write a strongly worded letter.
Sitting in front of you 6 years later saying, who the fuck do you think you were for doing that?
Yes!
Yeah, bitch.
I cannot stand idly on the side and watch this happen. It was about 6 years ago today that I decided I'm going to give up my businesses, sell them all, run for office, run through the United States Senate. Here I am sitting in front of you 6 years later saying, who the fuck do you think you were for doing that? It is a total disgrace what you did.
You can see his face get a little red there, actually.
Just to be clear, fuck has never been uttered on C-SPAN.
Oh.
Never.
Really?
Yes.
Sir.
You can see the anger and the absolute frustration that, like, you remember seeing the meme of like, why are you like that? Like, why are you like that? And then like the, the two like Wojaks like come together and the other one says, because of you. That is Bernie Morano right there. Why are you like this, Bernie? Because of you. I am this way because of you.
See, that sounds great, and it sounds so awesome and like fun and like right wing win stuff. But my problem with that is he's so pissed off. He says the F word. He does all this stuff. What comes of it? Nothing.
Oh, you'll
If he's
see.
so pissed off, if he's so enraged, why doesn't he charge Fauci right now? He knows every time Fauci pleads the fifth that he's breaking the law.
Because he's not the
every
head.
time he's doing it, he's doing some type of crime because he can't plead the fifth. It was made clear to Fauci and everyone in the room he can't plead the fifth. What does he do? Nothing. He writes a strongly worded letter. That's all he does. And I will never respect any Republican until I see them actually do something, which they will never do. So
I agree. I agree. But here, there's a bit of catharsis, or it's a cathartic, not catharsis. It's a cathartic release. Finally, the person who, that mother who that was arrested, that's your fault, dude. If it is, that's off to you.
You should, Richard, I want you to write to him and tell him to arrest Fauci or admit on camera that he's a little bitch. Tell him to nut up or shut up.
And if my Democrat colleagues are standing there defending you, I hope the voters of the United States of America watch the clips of every one of you doting on a guy who was more interested in being a celebrity than saving American people. I will make it my mission to make certain that every single one of those Democrats who did that will see that clip over and over and over again. Because there is no defense of what you did.
All right, stop it right there. See exactly what I mean. This is exactly my problem. What is he going to do? He's going to not rest until everyone has seen a clip. Really? That's the bar? I want to hear, I will not rest until you are in jail. Until you are hanging by the neck till dead for your crimes against humanity, against the United States, against the Republic, against, name it. I want to see him charged. I want to see him in jail. I want to see him. I don't care about the Geneva Convention. We're not at war. He's not privileged to that. I want to see everything. And what do we get? I'm going to make sure they see a clip. I am so right wing. I'm going to make them see a clip. I
get
you
what
don't
you're
understand
saying.
how bad I want to crash out about this.
No, I get what
crash out for an hour and a half.
I get what you're saying. Because like, how many times is it the cavalry's coming around the corner? Just hold on. But the cavalry never comes.
They're so bold on making these claims, making these demands, making these promises. And what are the promises? Fucking jack diddly squat. We're going to show the clip. We're going to make sure voters know. Because obviously the voters didn't know that COVID was exactly what COVID was. Obviously the Democrats were just lied to. That's the only reason why anyone would vote Democrat. Because they don't, just want to believe it because they want to believe it. They have to have been tricked.
Why can't I post Fauci for seditious
I'm
conspiracy?
so black-pilled. Every time I watch something on the news, it just gets worse. It's so depressing.
I agree. Why can't you post what?
Why can't I post Fauci for seditious conspiracy? There you go. Thanks, X.
Had a 50-plus year legacy of public service, but it ends in total and complete disgrace. So let me ask you an opportunity to answer one question. Will you
get ready?
Just apologize to the people who you harmed through your actions?
Get ready.
You say, do you have the dignity
I got it in the hand.
to
It's
just
bourbon
say
now.
you're sorry?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Freaking
So you won't
coward. You're a
Apologize to the
coward.
military members who Joe Biden.
No, it takes
summarily
some balls to refuse
dismissed
to
from the
answer
military for
literally
not
any
taking the
question,
vaccine.
including what color is your tie.
On the advice of
Like, a
counsel, I
Republican
respectfully
could
decline to
never
answer based
skip
upon
out
my
on
rights under
easy
the
stuff
Fifth
like
Amendment
that.
to the Constitution.
Will you apologize to the business owners that lost?
Oh
their
God, drink
business,
again. We missed it.
Oh, right.
shattered
Yeah,
their
yeah.
lives,
Sorry. Yeah,
and
drink.
they'll never recover?
On the advice
Drink.
of counsel, I
Number
respectfully
three.
decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Will you apologize
God, I
to the
switched
moms who
Yeah.
had to force their infant children, 2, 3, 4-year-olds, to put masks on, and what that did and how that traumatized those kids?
He doesn't give a shit.
Drink.
Number 4.
Bitch.
He muted it.
Under the
You
Fifth
muted it,
Amendment
you
to the
goof.
Constitution.
There you go.
Will you apologize to the family members of the people who died because they took your advice and not only got the first
No, he doesn't
vaccine,
give a
but the
shit.
5, 6 other boosters that
Yeah.
they did not
Not
need?
sponsored, by the way.
Is that a
He
mic?
also doesn't give a shit about people's livers.
Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Will you apologize to that mom
Oh,
from
Jesus
Ohio
Christ.
being arrested for watching a football game with
Oh
her family?
God, what did we sign up for? This is like 12 in a row.
You did this. You did
We're on
these.
7. I know what I signed up for, but I'm mad at it. 7.
So you didn't know who wrote the Fifth Amendment? It's James Madison.
I'm going to plead the
Lives in
fifth.
this town.
I don't know what it means or who wrote it, but I'm
I
going
can
to
only
plead it.
wonder what he
Knowing
would
the
think
Fifth Amendment incriminate him.
of somebody
Therefore,
like you invoking his writings to shield culpability for the actions that you took.
which ironically in a
It's
liberal
no
world,
secret why you have to
liberal,
hire the
but I mean,
biggest
like,
dirtbag attorney
left-wing world, it would
on
be a
the
crime to
planet
know things.
because of what
All
you did.
12 of them.
I hope you're paying him well. And I hope
Oh,
that
I am.
one way or the
Don't you
other,
worry about that,
somewhere,
Morano.
sometime.
That's a
you
good
answer for
impression.
your
I can't do
crimes.
a Fauci voice.
Senator Ernst.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for holding this important hearing today. Dr. Fauci, Americans.
You notice a difference? The Republicans are calling him Fauci or Anthony Fauci. You don't hear a lot of doctor. You're only hearing doctor, the respected title.
Which is another.
Haven't
I'm gonna
gotten
say
the-
I argue that's a bad move on the Republican side. They should say doctor. They should burn down the institution of doctor. Burn down the
He's not a doctor, he's a
universities. Burn
science-
down the medical institutions. Doctor
No,
means
no.
Fauci.
Let's
If you
not.
say doctor, you should expect a Fauci because that's what you should expect.
I get.
Yeah, I'm Steven.
I get the
I'm Shank.
sentiment.
I'm black pilled. Have we not met yet?
Tragic stories of people who lost loved ones during COVID and those that were denied a chance to say goodbye to their family members that were in hospitals or residing in nursing homes because of the COVID-19
Or
protocols.
funerals or weddings or
Americans
anything.
haven't
I have no notes on her. I assume she's boring.
All women are.
That's not true. I'm effing awesome. I'm anything but
Is
boring.
that Tyler's nickname in bed?
I'm effing
Awesome.
This
No,
chick.
Tyler's nickname is awesome. You're effing awesome.
president.
This chick was okay. Oh yeah, actually, I think I have notes on her. Senator out of Florida. Yeah, that's her. Nailed it. The trust in the scientific research has been destroyed. Yeah, that's basically her whole thing. That was more or less her. Okay. Now the guy with the axe to grind.
The NIAID through interagency agreement. Hearing no objection, so ordered. We had hoped to hear testimony from Anthony Fauci today. We haven't, but I think it's important that we do hear from him. So we will have a video we'll play in a moment. For years, Anthony Fauci has been the public face of saying this in all likelihood came from nature. He kept saying, it's the marketplace, it's the marketplace, it's the marketplace. He's been saying that on television up until recently. But what we find is that what he was saying in public is different than what he was saying in private. In January, in private, he wrote that looks like the wet market was a super spreader event. It didn't originate there. We know that some of the earliest deaths and sickness came from somewhere else.
No one believed that. Remember, no one believed that it started from a wet market in Wuhan. No one did.
What are you talking
Then
about?
for
It's totally from
years
a
and
bat.
years, we got dishonesty. So let's play the video so we can see a little juxtaposition of the problem we're dealing with.
So Dr. Fauci knew from the very beginning of the pandemic that COVID didn't come from a wet market. Fauci's wet market lie, January 26, 2020. The first infection was in early December and was not connected to the market. Dr. Fauci. C-SPAN, get your shit out of the way.
Right?
There we go.
Wet markets, so there are animals that come out of the wild that are sold at these open, what they call them wet markets. Wet markets, where you bring animals in from the wild who have these viruses. The wet markets in Asia, where people bring animals from the forest into market, there are wet markets in Wuhan that are ample opportunity for a virus to jump from an animal. The origin was from a bat to an intermediate opposed to a human. Very likely in a wet market. And those
What the hell hand motion was that? I didn't watch that. Excuse me, what were you doing?
She was saying he's a retard.
Look, she's like, money, bullshit TV, yeah, real that cash in.
animals should not have been in the Wuhan market. They knew that those animals should not have been in the market.
U.S. intel on coronavirus origin, lab leak, Department of Energy, FBI, Natural Transmission, National Intelligence Council, and 4 other agencies. Undecided. See, okay. This was this CNN? No, Newsweek. This is how they tried to discredit the institutions that were saying like, hey, this is what we think is going on. Lab leak was the Department of Energy and the FBI. That was like their, okay, is this the origin spot? 4 other agency said natural transmission. It just came from a pangolin that mated with a turtle. Right? Undecided CIA.
It's an interesting mating.
I'll play the clip of Jon Stewart in a second. It's still funny.
Cleaned out the market, put restrictions on the kinds of animals.
How is Jim Acosta?
How
How is Jim Acosta not villainized and just like tarred and feathered and everything everywhere he goes? How?
Wet markets, I think I should shut down those things right away. I mean, it's just...
Talking about wet market. They should shut them down right away, even though it came from a lab. Fauci's wet market lie, January 2026. Remember, the first infection was in early December and was not connected to the market. Dr. Fauci.
So repeatedly saying in public something different than what he believed in private. Now, this is interesting because, the first SARS outbreak in 2003 was traced to a wet market, to animals there. But interestingly, they had evidence. They had evidence that the animals had the disease. They also had evidence that the handlers had a disproportionately high number of antibodies to the disease. So there was evidence, and the evidence was presented. So when this came out, the same thing happened again. They did look at the wet market. They looked at the wet market and tested, I think, 80,000 animals and didn't find any animals that had COVID-19. When they did find COVID-19 and trace samples there, they found that the DNA or the RNA was consistent with human spread. This was known not later on, didn't take years to develop, was known in January of 2020. And so Dr. Fauci says privately he knows it didn't come from the wet market, but as you saw, those were over a multi-year period. One of the other discussions I've had with Dr. Fauci over the years about natural immunity. So
we already know this stuff.
Anthony,
I want to. This is the closing part, and then we can wrap it up here. I guess maybe on Saturday we'll touch on Candace Owens and how wrong she is.
Fauci's tenure that Bill Gates was given Q security clearance from 2014 to 2021.
Amendment to the Constitution.
So, Rand Paul said there that between 2014 and 2024, I guess end of 2025, in like ending at 2025, Bill Gates had some special security clearances in those
On
same
Epstein
years.
Island?
Oh.
How do you ensure that our national security and public health is protected when private organizations work with foreign countries of concern and have the no government oversight, such as the Eco Health Alliance research grant you funded in a CCP military lab?
On the advice of
Drink.
counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Did given the culture of the pay to play at NID in? Thank you,
All
Mr.
right.
Chairman.
All right.
I'd like to ask unanimous
So we'll close out with Rand Paul here.
consent to enter into the record a letter from the Department of Energy that confirms during Anthony Fauci's tenure that Bill Gates was given Q security clearance from 2014 to 2021.
Oh,
Without
21,
objection, that
sorry.
will be entered into the record. I'd also ask unanimous consent to enter into the record the contents of the folder of authorities provided to Dr. Fauci, including the pardon.
He never should have been given a pardon. That's bullshit.
Let's be clear today.
He wasn't
Well-
auto pen did it.
Yeah, and that's what sets
Invalid.
all this up, because if the auto pen, well, that's not the president, it was fake. So then he actually doesn't have immunity.
You know what we've seen.
That's the theory to go along
he
with
just
this.
had a room full of Republicans affirm his pardon. So
Well, they're saying that you did have a pardon. Well, it could be not a setup, but like, hey, you were given clearance, but then kind of setting up. And I think it was it Rick Scott that said like, hey, you were given like a false pardon on this type of thing, or it was either Rick Scott or Holly that just like kind of like said the quiet part out loud that like, if you were given a false pardon, we're coming after you.
yeah.
I really did.
Yeah, we'll
want
see.
to hear from Dr. Fauci. I wanted to hear perhaps an apology, perhaps some
Didn't we
semblance
all?
of being sorry for what
No,
happened.
I
or
really
that
wanted to see him
judgment
dragged
errors were
out of
made.
his
We
house.
didn't
I
hear
don't
any
care
of
what he
that.
has to say.
Right.
But he was subpoenaed
doesn't
here to testify, refused to answer any
I'd
questions,
say other
even
things,
after
but
being
we're on
directed
YouTube
by the
Live, and I
chair
don't want to get you
and
guys
being advised of the law requiring him to do
TOS,
so.
TOS.
He has cited a privilege that is unsupported because of his blanket pardon and because he waived the privilege by testifying at the start. I'm going to give you one more opportunity to comply with the law, limited to the period of your pardon. At any point between January 1st, 2014 and January 19th, 2025, did you destroy any federal record or tell anyone else to?
All right. Have
Oh
fun.
my god! Why is he even bothering to try to look?
Counsel, I respect.
He's got to read it. He needs his glasses.
I'm sorry. He forgot how to say it after
Given that you
110
have
times.
a unlimited presidential pardon.
And I'm out of bourbon.
The objection that you are making.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully.
God damn it,
decline to
I'm
answer
out of
based
bourbon.
upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
My question was
Wait a second,
limited
I
to
can
the
make
period of your
another- I
pardon
can make
only.
another
I found
mouse
your
comment.
objection unsupported and direct you to answer the question.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully
Drink.
decline to answer based upon
God
my
damn it,
rights
I'm
under
down
the Fifth
two now.
Amendment to
You're
the
gonna have to
Constitution.
chug the whole thing.
Because you refused
just
to
gonna say, I'm
answer,
gonna have to
citing a
start chugging.
privilege that is unsupported because of your pardon.
I'm
and
literally
after being
squeezing the
denied to
line.
do so, this committee has scheduled a vote next week on a resolution
Should I hold this
certifying
up
your
to the mic
contempt.
against some ASMR?
I think we have another question or two from Senator Langford.
What's the point? What's the
No
point?
more.
Chairman, really, this is a
point is
question
that the
for
lime
you,
takes off the edge of the
and it's a
vodka.
question to try to figure out how do we get a good answer on this? Because clearly Dr. Fauci's attorneys are saying that he has a Fifth Amendment right. We've also subpoenaed him to be able to compel his testimony to be able to be here. I happen to be in the committee
He's
with
to be-
Lois
isn't-
Lerner.
Isn't this
Lois
like
Lerner
freaking
came
contempt?
and testified,
Can he be arrested
gave
with
an
the-
opening
Yes, he
statement,
needs to be. He
and
should have been
then
arrested.
took the Fifth Amendment. The committee then held her in
Been arrested
contempt.
day
for
one of
that,
the
That
saying
guy
you
in the background.
Why does that guy look like a turtle and Andrew Lawton at the same time? What the frick is that?
I think that might be that one girl's husband.
Wait, what about the
with
guy next to
bag.
him without a chin?
Yeah, what the hell is this? You look like James
He's all
Lindsay.
neck.
That looks like
Dude,
James
the other guy stole his chin.
Wow, he's got two chins. Homeboy's got none. I
Between
think
them, they
I
have
think the
three
one on the
full
right.
chins.
I think
Come
the one
on.
on the right is the husband of the woman with the bags.
All right. This time I remembered to stir my drink, so I'm not going to get that shot. What am I down? 2?
Go on. I love James Lindsay. I think he gets.
Which one should we see?
You'll see.
Oh my.
Oh my god. It does
Right?
fit. If you took away his chin.
Go again.
Chin removal surgery.
I didn't know which one we were looking at. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. 100%.
James Lindsay, what the hell are you doing here?
Hey, Kim, I just want you to know that's why Tyler doesn't shave his beard. That's what's underneath it.
Kids all look like that.
The last time he shaved his beard nut off, literally our middle child walked out of his room and just stopped and was like, the fuck?
My wife won't let me grow a beard. That's totally what I'm going to blame, not the fact that I can't grow a beard.
Really, I get sad when Tyler takes away his beard. I love his beard.
Okay.
You need to talk to my wife and tell her that I need to grow out a beard because it makes me a man.
I will. I'll do that. I'll do that. Like, come on, girl. He's a real boy. Let him grow.
No, he's a man.
Oh, yeah. He's a real man.
I'm a
man.
Oh no, you lost power, Jody? Oh no. Hopefully it's a good storm. It better be a damn good storm then.
Is there a storm out? Where is this storm at? Where's Jody?
In Canada. Yeah,
Oh,
we got a
no
storm
one
here
cares. Never
too.
mind.
I'm looking at the cameras and it's just like nonstop lightning.
Okay, I need confirmation. Okay.
What do you need? A little bit, yeah.
It ain't no woman.
Somehow the
It's a
angry eyes
man,
fit
man.
Why are you looking at the camera? It's like he's like a combination of the first chick, and then the one that was like peering into your soul, and then the one that had like grocery bags. What was it? Was it Tinker that was talking about like grocery bags? Like
Yes, that's what I'm
check
saying.
luggage.
The guy on the right is
Those
definitely like her husband. 100%. 100%. They share bags. They sleep
And
on each
Sam, I'm not
other.
going to answer questions. So the parliamentary question that I think we've got to be able to deal with is this consistent with Lois Lerner? What she also did when she came before Congress, gave an opening statement, testimony.
Holy Barbie in the background.
Made a statement and then refused to answer
Yeah.
questions. Are we dealing
What the
with the same issue
Like
here?
Is that a
tranny
man?
Barbie.
Is that a mannequin? Is that like a sex doll?
I
Is that one of those Japanese sex dolls I hear about?
it might be emphasis on the man. I don't know.
No, not man.
Quinn?
Maybe. No, you can't see the. There's no Adam's apple.
I know. I
If
was
someone is
looking.
you can't make a statement and say, I'm not going to make statements at the same time.
I think it's a very good question. I think that's something all of us will examine over the next
I
week. We'll
can't
have a
believe
vote
I
next
fuck
week
these
on
guys for
contempt.
money. Oh my god, they're
I think
so
there's another
boring.
legal question that the courts may have to
Not only am I
de-
an aide, I have AIDS.
decide upon, and that is whether or not a presidential pardon that offers you
Congress
complete
Barbie.
immunity, that you can still claim that you need protection from immunity when you've been protected. Because Dr. Fauci isn't liable for anything as long as he tells the truth, even if he admits that he destroyed records on a routine basis. His assistant said she destroyed a ton of emails. I think it was a routine thing. I think he destroyed throughout his career there probably.
Kat just said the lady in the back looks like Ozempic Barbie.
Why is Cat not doing it in the what? How come we can see it in the chat?
Thousands of emails. Even if he did that, as long
I
as he
just seen
answered
it on
truthfully,
X.
yes, I did. I didn't think that was important.
Well,
I
this
made a
is
mistake.
one thing. So people on X sometimes, and this is an unfortunate thing with X, comments they don't come through StreamYard sometimes. So this is why I always encourage everyone, go over to YouTube or go over to Rumble, go over there. Sometimes X just don't show up, and it's not like we're ignoring you. I love seeing chat. Fucking love you guys being here. It's been a blast having you guys here.
Well, you
But
can literally see
you might
on
not
the
see
right
it.
here. We can't see X.
Yeah,
Once in a while we can.
Sometimes it's like Squirrel Nuts and GT. Maybe just they've been here for so long that's just that's okay. But we trust them, but these newcomers.
I like it.
You
Ozempic
can't
Barbie.
be prosecuted for it. Many of the things are outside the statute of limitations as well. All you had to
Ozempic
do today, if
Barbie.
you want to testify, was be on. as long as he was honest, even about.
Oh my
committing a
God,
crime,
I'm so
he would have
tired of
no
these
jeopardy.
bitches doubles
But I
tonight.
think
This
the
is so
pardon
boring.
has given him more immunity than most people would ever get.
Exactly.
If you offer a witness
Join Richard
immunity in
on
exchange for
Rumble.
testimony, he has blanket immunity. The president gave him blanket immunity for virtually anything he could have possibly done, while at NIH. So I think we all have to individually answer this question. We welcome you to be part of helping us figure out the question, but there will be a vote, at least right now, though, we plan to be a vote next week on contempt.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Next week. Oh my God.
Today will be the
From now, they might
capstone to
possibly
Anthony
vote
Fauci's
right
40
now.
year-
contempt. Shouldn't even
Yeah.
be a vote. Should be a freaking smack of the gavel. Drag him out.
Yes.
Drag him out by his grundle hairs.
That's much better than what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Or ass hairs. Sure.
No, grundle hair is the worst.
What's grundle?
He's
Your grundle.
He doesn't have ass hair.
What's a grundle hair?
Your grundle hairs are the hairs
It's where
in
you
your-
grundle.
by your taint.
You wouldn't know that. You're not.
Oh.
You don't have a grundle.
The strip of skin between the scrotum and the anus, which often covered in coarse hair that can trap moisture and debris. This hair serves no biological purpose in modern humans, but is frequently cited in slang for causing issues like dingleberries.
Oh God, that's unpleasant to hear. I do not enjoy this line of questioning. I'm too drunk for this.
I didn't, Jody. I'm dead serious. Those are your grundle hairs. I don't.
He just
lie.
wanted to talk about his dingleberries.
No, that's a side
He's
effect.
trying to justify it. He's trying to normalize dingleberries.
You know what? That's what happens when you're a wop. I can't argue. I don't know. It's just it be what it do.
Goddamn fucking Steve! Fucking what the fuck are you doing? What is your fucking job? When I fucking freak out, you're supposed to speak up.
Fucking love
All
that.
right.
So,
Just gonna say,
Carry on.
play Steve with a certain doctor.
Yes. Yes. He was beating Fauci.
all right. So that's your perineum. Perineum. I don't even know. All I know is this grundle hairs. That sounds funnier because grundle was from Beowulf. Perineum. That sounds.
This sounds like a flower.
This really took a turn at the
It
end. I
sounds
was
like
not
a flower.
expecting.
A perennial.
Yeah, it does.
Perennial, yeah.
No, your grundle hairs. So
Sounds like the purple monster from McDonald's.
Isn't that no? That's Grimace. Your Grimace hairs.
Grimace hairs.
Oh my God.
Thanks, you owe me a drink.
Hold on, I drank it all already. I plead the
I
fifth.
literally poured this thing and I had to chug half of it because I was slow.
Right?
And
I
it still tastes like lime juice.
Perineum? Perineum? Nah, Jody. No, just say grundle hairs. It's way cool. You sound more
It's way
cultured.
more suave.
Yeah. It's definitely an accoutrement.
Say that with your Dr.
unique
Fauci
vernacular.
voice.
What? Perineum?
No,
Isn't
no,
my
grundle
what?
hair. Your grundle hairs.
Okay, hold on. All right, Shekels, little hat. You're gonna take my perenniums. There we go.
You
My
inject
grundle
your
hairs.
hairs into the vaccine.
Yeah.
Ew. Oh, can you imagine that? That's why he's clean shaven. He's like, I gotta shave I ran out of grundle hairs, so now I gotta shave my beard. Or
Yeah.
however he talks.
Hold on.
I am
Before-
just barely old enough to remember Grimace's existence from McDonald's because that stuff died out like right around the turn of the century.
Grimace and the Hamburglar.
All of them.
Oh, the Hamburglar.
McDonald's doesn't even exist anymore. He's gone too.
No.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
well,
that clown can go F himself.
he had a couple sexual assault allegations, so they like, all right, park it.
Well, he's always on those benches with all those little kids, you know.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, got a little
Okay,
handsy.
before you even attempt at letting us go, I seen there was another berry. You better bury me.
No, we'll save that for
That's
Saturday
up.
because we've already been going for
I hate you.
3 hours. That'll be Saturday. Saturday's Bury the Beaver.
Oh god, it's 11:30 already.
Yeah. So
Yes,
we'll
sir.
we'll save the
What happens
Candace
when I
own-
show up? You guys just won't you won't stop talking, and we never get around to what we're supposed to be doing.
No, this
I know
is
because
it.
we're too
This
busy.
was
I try
it.
and move us along. I try and keep us efficient
amendment.
as a podcast. But it's just like herding cats with you two.
I'll derail my show as much as I feel necessary.
Yeah, it
Yes.
totally wasn't me.
So yeah, on Saturday we'll break down, I guess, kind of the Candace Owens accusations and.
All right, I'll see you Saturday.
But
Eventually.
so with that, Shank, where the hell can people find you?
You can find me at YouTube and on X, both at Political Shankfest. I swear to God, there is a video coming eventually. It's just the fact that I can't make the video and simultaneously work on making a carbon fiber hood at the same time. I got to do one or the other. Little update, and you'll be the only ones that have it because I'm not really posting about it either. I have split the mold on my hood, so I now have the mold to make my carbon fiber hood. And it turned out beautifully. This thing is gorgeous, mirror finish across the board. Beautiful. Got to do some modifications, got to still polish it and everything, get it prepped for the final assembly, but it's
Did
there.
you make the breakaway points?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is basically ready to go, except for the fact that I want to modify it for some special add-ins on it. So I have to do some more work to it. Totally
sick. I'm looking forward to it. I love watching people build stuff, do their own thing, not just like ship it out and like, oh, we got all the parts back from like the CNC or blah blah blah. I love that people are like going out there doing their thing and learning, like actually.
Yeah,
I might do it wrong, but I'm learning. That I love that shit.
This is all made from scratch. Like the biggest thing I bought is the rolls of fiber and the gallons of resin. It is all made from scratch. And this is hail damage repair. You get to see how to repair hail damage on a car. It's going to be
PDR from you for you auto body nerds. Some PDR.
Yeah, it's going to be all kinds. You're going to see the whole shebang from start to finish. I'm at 40 hours now. I probably got another 40 hours to go before it's actually finished and on the car.
That's wild. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Yeah. So where can people find you? Like, what's your channel name?
Political Shankfest at X and at YouTube.
Fantastic.
Same spot on both. I got an Instagram technically, but I always forget it exists. So
I just subscribed.
Yes. Hell yeah.
I now have one subscriber.
Yay.
Of course,
49 to go.
You all can always find us at We're Offended on Rumble, on X, on YouTube. We're offended in some form or fashion. We're offended. You're offended. Yeah, we're all over the place. So,
dirty little hole.
You know, check us out there. Before we leave, just for you guys over on Rumble, I see I haven't seen Rob, my American counterpart, hasn't been streaming lately, but my people say I look like Cool Vic. I look more like Cool Vic than I look like Rob. So
Cool Vic,
you look kind of like Rob to me.
I don't know, people have been
no,
saying
he definitely looks like
Cool
Rob,
Vic.
but Cool Vic.
The beard, the hat. Are you bald underneath it?
No, I still got the hair. Sorry, Rob.
You can shave it.
No.
Show solidarity.
I did once. So at least I know if and when I finally lose my hair, I won't look like a total douche with like a bald head.
Well, I started going bald at like 23, man. I used the Rogaine stuff already, and it saved my hair.
Nah, just shave it.
I was gonna, but it was.
Just
buy it through
do
Sam's
it.
Club. It's pretty cheap.
I don't know.
Just do it. Just embrace the bald. Like,
Man, I keep my hair for my wife, not for myself.
Nah, just shave.
Can you put up what Cool Vic looks like? Because I'm trying to look up Cool Vic, and I'm spelling it wrong or something.
Whatever.
COOL.
There, I just posted it in chat.
Well, that's not helpful.
Anyways, I forgot to say thank you guys again for having me. You've been having me a couple of times now. It's always fun having you guys playing our drinking games, talking with you.
Love
it's
it.
a nice change of pace compared to the VK debates that I started out on.
Great.
Yeah, always a pleasure, man. You're more than welcome back. So
be careful what you wish for. I will be back if you don't cast me out.
oh, Jody, you know what? I will say this, Jody. You know, you said Tyler Robinson is innocent. I agree. Tyler Robinson is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I'll say that.
Guilty.
Eh.
Guilty.
Okay, relax.
They convicted
Relax.
Trump in a court of law. Is he guilty?
No, he's innocent AF.
Yeah, exactly.
No one can discredit my boy
We just
Trump.
spent like 3 hours
Jody,
arguing
are you
about how
Candace
science
Owens?
as a body no longer means anything. You're going to put your faith in the courts.
Yeah.
Institutions no longer mean anything, but the courts decree is what's true.
Yeah. Wait, that AI image doesn't even have my arm tattooed. What is that? What I look like without tattoos on my arms? Oh, that's so weird. Oh, the cover photo, the photo
Or a thumbnail for today?
Yeah, the thumbnail.
Oh,
I don't
then
have any
you-
tattoos on my arms. Oh, that's so. All right.
So weird. And Jody, are you Candace Owens? I'm just wondering. You said Tyler Robinson is. Oh yeah, this does look really weird. Anyway.
Candace Owens went and told Michael Jackson.
God, I hate Candace Owens. Jody, I love you, but I hate Candace Owens. Anyway. All right. To all you people, thank you for clicking on the little button to come sit with us and listen to the craziness going on in the world today. If you are new here and haven't already, I'm not entirely sure why. Feed the fork and plant.
Feed me Seymour. Feed me all night long.
Audrey too is hungry. Anyway, we will catch you guys again on Saturday where we're going to have the original vintage on. What? And yeah, 6 o'clock Central Time.
We'll see you guys Saturday, evening. Like
Be
I said,
kind to one another.
guys over on Rumble, I'll send you over to Cool Vic. For everyone else, you guys have a fantastic evening. Richard, my pleasure. My pleasure. All right, let's get out of here.
Be kind to one another. We out.